6 a.m.
No.
Gang of misfits and dope addicts are here.
Yeah, I like that. That's Jesus and Mary chain. Yeah? And wait a minute. Oh, okay. On this.
Hush.
Is it on? Yeah, it's
let
on.
him.
I will, yeah. He's going to, I sort of.
Until when you stop talking, he'll do it.
You're talking, I'm not talking. I see the finger go up, and I know he's going to say, on this day. Yeah.
In 1989, the Jesus and Mary Chain released their third studio album, Automatic, featuring Head On.
The Reed Brothers. I saw them, no, I didn't see them. I was at a live concert that the Jesus and Mary Chain performed. I think it was at the Speedway, and those two guys did not like to be seen. So they had the drummer and everybody else is out front, and they they stood behind in the dark.
We'll be in the hall.
They don't.
We need a long mic cord.
I should look it up. They were phobic. They were too shy. They were, but I think that was their common thing for them to do. You know, the two, and I think they both played guitar, one lead and rhythm, or they alternated or whatever. And yeah, stand behind all the musicians in the dark and play. So I love that band.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, we were talking yesterday about that Rick and Morty, the Szechuan sauce, and how Rick and Morty did an episode about it, and that brought it back to McDonald's.
Yes.
Are you familiar with Dan Sheehan? It's not somebody I'm familiar with, but it's just somebody retweeted this. It's from Banshee Han, or it's Dan Sheehan. And it says, Rick and Morty should do an episode about how Rick's second favorite sauce is universal health care.
Yes. Because then something will get
done. Maybe
done.
something would get done.
Here, Bill. Playing in front of small audiences during early shows, Jesus and Mary Chain performed very short gigs, typically fueled by amphetamines and lasting around 20 minutes. They always played with their backs to the audience, refusing to speak to them.
Yeah.
You can't have a very long career if you're going to...
No, they didn't.
Yep.
So.
Well, we got 3 albums.
So you didn't catch that, huh, Gina? Rick and Morty should do a episode. Their second favorite sauce should be universal health care.
So people...
You didn't catch it?
No, I was looking up the thing you asked me to look up.
I didn't ask you to look that up.
You said, I wonder, and usually I wonder is code for, I bet Gina will look this up.
If you roll back the tape, you will find that I did not ask you to do anything. Now, I when I said that, I saw your little fingers going away there, and I knew you were gone for a couple of minutes. So this
for you. I was gone for you.
I really wish you would take that to its logical extreme and go for me. Just go. That's all I ask. Just go.
877-602-9696 for check-ins coming up.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's we need you to check into the show. We need you to give us an idea of what your day is, what you're going to be doing, how much energy you're going to have to expend, and then that'll give us kind of a guide, a fuel gauge, if you will, on how much energy we should expend. And one of these lucky check-inners will get one of those coveted Lexi and Banks mugs. People are clamoring for these.
They're convinced that they're collector's items because that show doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
They're not making any more mugs.
Not making any more. No more of these mugs will be made.
You know who's really clamoring for them is both Lexi and Banks want
Yes.
them. I asked Richie, are people picking these up? And he said, yeah, they seem to be. And I had no idea there was such a shortage of porcelain coffee mugs.
I know, right?
You know.
I haven't been able to drink at all because I haven't had anything to put it
No
in.
kidding. So anyway, call and check in, 877-602-9696. We got all kind of stuff coming up for you on the show.
All that and more on the way. Stand by for your check-ins and
See, we got
all that stuff.
Every Thursday, Sean Means comes in and reviews movies, and many of the movies he reviews are playing at the Broadway and the Tower, the two theater complexes. Well, one's a complex, one's just a theater, that are run by the Salt Lake Film Society.
It's all horror all month long at the Tower. Salt Lake Film Society has an all-killer, no-filler schedule for you.
Horror classics you love, international scary stuff you've never heard of. Ooh, maybe they're doing some Dario Argento stuff.
Ooh.
Seeing horror on a big screen with a crowd of creeped out people, it really is the best. When people are going, ah!
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, when I saw The Exorcist in a movie theater when it first came out, man, there were people on the floor crying, on their hands and knees.
Well, Bill, when I saw the Blair Witch Project, courtesy of the Salt Lake Film Society
Yes.
at the Broadway,
I was there.
I think Carrie and I were
We're at the same screening.
creeping out together.
My wife was horribly pregnant when we went to see that movie.
Horribly pregnant.
Horribly pregnant. Horribly pregnant. Hugely pregnant. And that movie made her sick because of the way the camera jumped
All the
around all the
shaking and
time.
everything, yeah.
So Salt Lake Film Society, if you're pregnant and want to get sick at a movie, just,
Be scared.
Be a part of the Red Carpet Club, horror all month long, slfs.org for more.
This is very important.
X96 is your home for non-stop music. We give you a 1-hour non-stop music wingding 3 times a day.
Nobody around here has been eating lead.
I like your shirt, by the way. New shirt?
No.
What?
Old shirt.
You never wear it, though.
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's a nice shirt.
I don't wear it very often.
Well, you should.
Okay. Great.
I gave you a compliment.
Then maybe I will. I will wear it as often as I ever do, which is not often. It's a shirt that I bought. I remember exactly when I bought this shirt. It's when there was an Old Navy over here on 4th South.
Mm-hmm.
Over there
Where
on 4th
Trader
South.
Joe's is going to be.
Yeah. There was an Old Navy there, and I went in there one day, and they had this big pile of shirts on the floor. I'm not kidding, as Old Navy does sometimes. And they said all of the shirts in this pile are $1.20. I'm not kidding. $1.20. And I thought, this shirt being $1.20, that's a negative money.
Yeah. It costs more than that to...
Yeah, there's more material in this shirt. There's more little, Vietnamese or Singaporean child finger blood in this shirt from sewing the buttons on. And so I bought it for $1.20 off the floor, at the Old Navy.
You would not think that.
It's not. It's just a dumb shirt.
You should have kept the receipt in the pocket. My sister bought a coat
But we
once.
never do a 120 time check, Gina. So
My sister bought a coat once that was on sale, and it ended up being $7, and she kept the receipt in the pocket so that anytime anybody said, I like that coat.
Her sister, Minnie Pearl.
No, Mikkel.
Just to
I
prove.
like that coat. She'd say, $7. No, it's not. I have the receipt. She kept it in the pocket.
right there. Right
$7 coat.
That is the see again. That's the kind of thing that the Barbary girls are interested in.
$7? I don't believe that was $7.
But you could have a debate with some other people about the political situation in Tibet or the existence of God. But when you're debating with the Barbary girls, it's whether Bill Murray is going to go crashing parties and how much the coat cost. Is she the good-looking one?
They are all good-looking.
No, they are
yes,
not.
They are. All of my sisters are good-looking.
Lolita!
Certainly not. All right, let's get this over with.
One is better looking than the others.
No, they are all good-looking.
It's that one that's really good-looking,
Yeah.
and then there's
Why
there's
you guys do this?
there's an okay one, and
I
then
get
there's that
phone
other
calls
one.
every time you do this.
Which one is he talking about?
They know.
Yeah,
They know.
all. I'm surprised they call. All they have to do is look in the mirror.
Yeah, you
It's
knew.
me, isn't
All
it?
they
Come
have
on.
to do is look at a family photo, Gina. They'll all point to the good-looking one.
All the Barbary girls know. They know who the good-looking one is. It's true.
So we're not making these things up.
X96. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
Now is the time.
877-602-9696. I thought the Lexi and Banks mug would scare people away. But no, there are
no?
people, yeah, there's one line open, but there are two people ready to check in with us, and the first one is up there on line one, Kerry, that he won the Lexi and Banks mug.
Well, we'll get to him after we officially begin the program.
Oh, that's right. We need to do that. I forgot.
Officially beginning the program, brought to you by Fear Factory, Salt Lake City's only haunted haunted house. Visit fearfactoryslc.com and read about Fear Factory's haunted history and purchase your tickets today.
The moon is a waning gibbous moon, 72.4% of full. The moon will be, it'll disappear by October 19th. It'll be a new moon. The next full moon on November 3rd. The moon will set today at 12:55 p.m., today being Tuesday. It's the 10th day of October in the year of our Lord 2017, and it is National Angel Food Cake Day.
Ooh, haven't had a good angel food cake in a while.
Well, they say this is it's a perfect day to make a cake with your little angels. So find some little angels, Carrie, and make yourself an angel food cake. Yeah,
that does not sound like
No,
anything.
no
Carrie's
fun.
all of a sudden not a fan of
not.
angel food.
I'm against it.
And it's also a National Newspaper Carrier Day. I would just like to give a shout out to my newspaper carrier, Elmer. Elmer, you do a great job. I'm with you. This is the Radio from Hell show. It is North America's most gregarious radio broadcast. And it is starring the Lords of Morning Radio, Kerry Jackson, Bill Allred, me, and Gina Barberi over there. Richard Stedman is the producer of the show. Dylan Allred produces video, which you can see currently at x96.com/live. And Nick, your buddy, Nick, your pal, is here helping out on the show as well.
All right. Yes?
Check-ins are sponsored also. Brought to you by Outperforming the Others, Performance, Toyota Bountiful. See the amazing specials on remaining 2017s. ToyotaBountiful.com, putting a smile on your face every day. Performance, Toyota Bountiful.
All right, let's begin the check-ins. We'll start with Troy.
Troy, hello.
Hello there.
Troy,
Good morning. Thanks for letting me listen.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Congratulations on winning that Lexi and Banks mug. Are you excited?
I am excited. First time ever winning something on the radio.
Oh, well, that's a perfect first prize for you.
It's a starter prize, kind of. Where are you from, Troy?
Originally from New Zealand.
And why are you here?
I've lived here for 26 years. Been listening to you guys for 26 years. First time caller also.
All right, 26 years you've been here. Don't you think you could learn to speak English a little better without that accent in 26 years?
Yes, I have been working on it.
Well, not very hard.
You don't know how thick it was 26 years
That's right.
ago.
It was probably worse.
You couldn't even understand him 26 years ago.
Now, what? I'm curious. So you said this is the first prize you've won on the radio, first time you've called. Why now, after 26 years?
Because I do listen to the check-ins, and I thought that I really need some support today for me and my guys, and I thought it was a worthy cause today.
All right. Well, what do you and your guys need support doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
We are moving equipment right now, but we're hanging a really large steel beam with a really big crane later this afternoon. I need a lot of help.
Okay, we're with you.
All right, we are with you. Is this a project here in Salt Lake?
Project up in Midway, actually, in Interlaken. There's a place called Interlaken in Midway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
They're into the Swiss.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful. We know that can be
Thank you very
dangerous.
much.
It can be dangerous work, but we're with you.
All right. Thank you, Troy.
Thank you.
See you, Troy.
See you then.
All right. Let's see. We've got Pilot Jordan.
Hi, Pilot Jordan.
What are you piloting, Jordan?
Oh, we know Jordan.
Oh, yes.
Right now, I'm piloting my Super. I'm in the parking lot of a Tim Hortons in the city of Whitehorse, in the territory of Yukon in America's Hat.
Yes, in Canada.
Up there in America's Hat, Canada.
As soon as you said Tim Hortons, I went, he's in Canada. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm actually just waking up in the back of my car here. I'm driving down the Alaska-Canada highway back to Utah to see you guys and my friends and family.
If you're a pilot, why are you driving this route?
Well, because I fly in Alaska in the summertime these days, and then I drive on home for the winter.
You remember Jordan is the guy who used to be in, was it Dubai or?
Yeah,
Dubai.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Flying planes there mainly so that rich people could parachute out of them.
Yeah,
in
and
Dubai.
I got too hot, so I jumped into Alaska.
So you've been doing the Alaska kind of puddle jumper flights, huh?
Yeah, float planes, and this year I did ski planes on Denali, flying on the glaciers and stuff. So.
Jordan is an adventurer, and he's probably doing something more dangerous by driving down here than he is by flying any of those planes.
Go on into Tim Hortons and get some donuts, eh?
Hey, they have some good coffee, too.
I'm going to, and I'm a couple days behind on the podcast. So whatever you guys need to do today, I don't care. 0%. All
right.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Jordan, when you get into town, arrange with Richie and come on in and say hi.
Okay,
All right.
absolutely.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, Jordan.
Danny. Hi, Danny.
Danny?
Yes, sir.
Danny, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing this morning?
Thanks for checking in, Danny. What are you doing today?
I am on my way to work at FedEx. I'm a delivery driver down in Provo.
Now, listen, how old of a person are you, Danny?
I am 27.
Now, when you got to be a certain age, like 18 or 19, I'm surprised you didn't insist that people start calling you Dan.
You know, there's actually somebody I already work with, my manager. His name is Dan.
Oh.
So I go by Danny, just that way it's a little easier. We don't get mixed up, or I don't get confused.
you don't get confused as to whether you're a driver or the manager.
Exactly.
All right, Danny.
All right, thanks.
Have a good day. Thanks for checking in.
All right, thank you very much. Let's see. We got
London FOP, you can
Yes.
give 25% today, but starting tomorrow and for the next 3 weeks, I need 10,000% from you. The mother-in-law is arriving and will be staying with us.
Oh, yike.
Healthcare James here. Please try. I need it today. 18-month-old has checkup and shots today. Let's see. Vicky and the Angel.
I always had to go in the other room. My wife would stay in the room with the kids while I got the shots.
Vicky and Angel checking in on the wonderful Taco Tuesday, working just enough to get through the day. And somebody in the chat room says, I would like a Vicky and the Angel coffee mug, actually.
Get on that, Richie. Make some mugs.
Let's see. Meg, the manager, haven't had a day off in 3 weeks.
Oh, Meg, you're the manager. Give yourself a day off.
14 hours today, getting sick. Don't care how much effort you give, but will you tell Tim the tree guy to send me food at work? I'm dying over here. So Tim, and I know he's listening because he just checked in.
Your wife is starving.
So get her something to eat over there. Trucker D here, hauling lumber up to Idaho. If I could get 90% today, I would appreciate it because these depressing Home Depot employees in the receiving are struggling to give more than 10%. Why are they so miserable?
Come on, Home Depot.
Well, because it is miserable. But,
It's cold.
Yeah.
Probably in Idaho,
It's
yeah.
cold outside, and they got to haul that lumber in. Ogden shut-in checking in. Let's see. This is Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Hi.
So
I'm the nursing home resident.
Nursing home resident.
Oh, that's right.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Are you guys having Jell-O today?
I don't know, but I won't eat it if we do, so
You don't like
it's
Jell-O?
all good. No.
What do you need? Do you need soft food though? I mean,
No.
No,
I'm
you're
still good.
okay.
I'm still good.
All right, let's see. And then, are you going to play games today at the?
They are, but I'm not. I find other things to do with my day.
Well, you're just not very social, are you?
I'm not very social with, not with most of our residents.
Well, all those old people there.
I'm younger than most of the people here, so
Yeah,
I can.
you would probably win every round of Where's My Hat,
Well,
the game that they like to play.
I'm fairly sure I'd win every round of Jeopardy on the Wii. So
Jeopardy on the Wii.
Wow.
yes, that's what they do around here.
That sounds fun, actually.
Well, Liz, take care of yourself. Have a lovely
Yeah,
day.
but give me
Yes.
100, okay?
Okay.
Guys?
Okay, we will.
Please.
We will.
Thank
We
you.
promise. All right.
Between you and the New Zealand guy, I think we
Yes.
got to give 100%.
Denver FOP checking in. No more snow today. On a side note, what is the bell for? Well, it's a hotel check-in bell.
Check-in,
It's when you check into a
Checking in?
hotel. Jeanette checking here at Rich's Bagels, heading home while everyone else is heading to work. And that evil laugh. Our friend Paulette checking in.
Paulette.
Says, I don't give an S how much you give the show today. I'd prefer you give all to me as I am filming today.
Oh.
I lose focus when it's not all about me. She's going to be on that Phil Rosenthal's Netflix show. Somebody Feed Phil is what it's called.
Oh, I've heard of it. I
Can
have
she
not
swear
seen
on
it.
that?
I think she can.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
She needs a cooking venue where she can make beautiful, delicious desserts and swear like a sailor.
Maybe that should be her podcast, swearing about food.
All right. So I guess we have to try a little bit today.
All right.
All right. So coming up, we got some news for you. And then the X poll, which is what songs give you goosebumps.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, and we each talked about the songs that give us kind of goosebumps or some sort of physical reaction to the song.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to hear what you have to say about that coming up.
All right, so all that on the way.
And let's see, do we need to check traffic probably?
Oh, do we? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
I thought I heard
quickly.
something of Redwood Road. There was something going on.
Let's see. Crash eastbound 5600 south near 3500 west. That's in Roy. All lanes are blocked and delays are forming there. Let's see. 2 left lanes are now open, Bill. Northbound Redwood Road 35th south. The right lane remains closed. This is due to an earlier auto pedestrian crash. Looks like that's it for traffic. Brought to you by Get Unlimited 1.5% cash back plus a $100 bonus with Power Cashback Credit Card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Restrictions apply. Get details at ssfcu.org.
This is the last weekend. Can you believe it?
Is this the last
for
Oktoberfest?
Oktoberfest.
Oh, and the weather will be nice.
And it's the last weekend for full activities, the summer activities. The all-day activities pass, you can use that for 9 activities.
Like the Alpine Slide and the Mountain Coaster.
Yeah, the aerial tram. But Oktoberfest, it ends this Sunday. So it's Saturday and Sunday from noon to 6:30. The last chance to get great beer from local and national breweries and classic German food favorites. Go to snowbird.com for details about that. And you can make it a weekend escape with the Oktoberfest getaway at Snowbird from just $105 per person per night. So you go to snowbird.com. You can book that ride online. You can also get your best deal on an all-day activities pass if you go online and buy it that way. So Snowbird, that's where you want to go. It's going to be beautiful up there, too, with the fall colors and great temperatures.
Perfect time to go.
Snowbird.com.
John Smith kicks off a 1-hour non-stop music wingding at the conclusion of Radio from Hell on X96.
Most people, when you go to a party and someone turns on the TV, the party goes from within about 15 minutes to everybody staring blankly at the television.
That's true.
And not talking to each other.
That is true.
So it'll be a good thing to do at the party.
Yeah.
The point of the party, if you're having a TV party, then yeah, turn on the TV.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't.
Yeah.
Is that why your parties don't work,
I don't
Gina?
know.
Could that
I'm not
be
good
it?
at having parties.
When's the last time you gave a party?
I don't know. What counts as a party? Is having people over a party? Or do you have to have, like, a celebration of something?
No, I think if you invite people over, it's a party. Even if it's a family dinner, it's a family dinner party.
Oh, then we have those all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
And the TV goes on.
No.
After dinner?
No. No TV.
During dinner?
No. Music.
Oh.
That's it. No TV.
I love people who watch TV during dinner and have TVs in their kitchens and stuff. That's just really odd,
Just says,
I think.
we don't want to talk to each
Yeah.
other ever for any reason.
Yeah, it's just really strange. I knew a family who had a small TV on their dinner table, and they would eat dinner and watch television.
Sitting on the table.
Yeah, sitting on the corner of the dinner table, a small television, and it was on when they ate dinner.
So they never talked to each other.
No, not much.
Maybe that kept the fights down.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Now, when we watch TV and eat at the same time, it's because usually we don't have the time to do them both proper.
So then do you take
we
the
have to
food to the
combine.
couch?
Yeah. Take the food downstairs.
When I first met my wife, I was not adverse to doing that. I was also not adverse to having a television in the bedroom, and she was against both of those things. And so we have not done them in, I haven't done them in years, and now I can't imagine doing it.
Even having a TV in your bedroom?
No, God, no. No TV in the bedroom.
Why?
Especially not in the bedroom.
Why especially not in the bedroom?
Because
you don't like to get under the covers and...
Because it's useless. For me, it's useless. If I had a TV in the bedroom, I mean, when I go in the bedroom and get in the bed, you know what I do? Bonk! Sleep. Within 2 minutes, I'm out. And if there was a TV in the bedroom, I would be out within 30 seconds. I mean, it would serve no use. It would just serve absolutely no purpose to me to have a TV in the bedroom.
Got to have a TV in the bedroom.
Do you always watch TV before you go to bed?
No. No, it gets turned on maybe once a week.
But you got to have it.
But you got to have it. Those Saturday mornings when you wake up and you're not going anywhere and you're just kind of lying there, you're like, oh, let's see what's on.
Yeah.
That'd be
Let's
nice.
watch little cartoons.
See,
That would be nice.
You know what you need?
You know.
You need what we have is like a cabinet that you can just totally
Yeah.
shut it off.
That's
so
what we have.
So you can
Well, and then
pretend there's no TV in there until you really
The other
want
reason
one.
you need the TV in the bedroom is, well, the porn. But that's
Well, yeah,
another subject altogether that
They have porn on TV?
Sure.
You can put the porn on.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You control the vertical. You control the horizontal.
No, the porn controls the vertical.
It's Radio from Hell with Carrie, Bill, and of course, Gina on X96.
All right. Big boy news and opinion. Oh, we got the X poll coming up in a moment. Tell us about songs that give you goosebumps. But first, big boy news and opinion window brought to you by
Fear Factory, Salt Lake City's only haunted house. Visit fearfactoryslc.com, read about Fear Factory's haunted history, and purchase your tickets today.
All right.
Well, Gina, there's a follow-up story for you. A Minnesota man who lived in a house with the decomposing bodies of his mother and twin brother. We talked about that yesterday.
Yes.
He wants you to know that that I was correct. Grooming is very important to him. He did shave every day.
That's
or tried to shave every day.
There he is.
My point was, if you go to x96.com/live, he has a mustache, which made me think this is a person that went into the bathroom every day and shaves the rest of his face, and so he's while his mother and brother are decaying in the other room.
Please, Gina, decomposing. Decomposing. Yeah, it's. He says he wants you to know he did shave almost every day, and he feels kind of bad about the mugshot because he has a bit of stubble. He wants you to know that as well.
Okay.
He also says, I am not a nutball.
I'm not a nutball.
That's what he says.
I am not a nutball.
He said,
when we get a letter from prison from him, it will start off that way.
The reason I don't think he'll go to prison. The reason this happened was he said I was traumatized. What would you all do?
What would y'all do?
Well, White Bear Police Chief
I know what I wouldn't do.
Dale Hager said Mr. Kufler was charged this week. Well, he has been charged with a crime, interference with a dead body or scene of death, because he moved his brother's body into another room. If he had just let them decompose where they lay in the house, he probably wouldn't have been charged with anything. Several months after their deaths, Mr. Kufler wrote other family members in a Christmas card that both... So, see, he sent out Christmas cards.
Well, that's nice.
He shaves and sends out Christmas cards.
And he sent a Christmas card to the other members of the family saying, now both of them are in really bad health. I just want you to know that. And they can't talk on the phone, and they don't want visitors. Mr. Kufler...
But Merry Christmas.
Mr. Kufler said that his mother, 94-year-old Evelyn, died in August of 2015, and his twin brother, Richard, died several months before that. I am not some nutball, he said. People think I am, but I am not. I loved those two people.
I loved him so much I couldn't say goodbye.
Well, you want to talk about nutballs. Let me just read you these. These are the most recent tweets from our president. And I just happened to see them all this morning kind of lining up in the queue.
He was up early this morning.
So 2 hours ago, he started this. Why is the NFL getting massive tax breaks while at the same time disrespecting our anthem, flag, and country? Change the tax law. Next. The problem with agreeing to a policy on immigration is that the Democrats don't want secure borders. They don't care about safety for USA.
Do you want to take those one at a time? Or
Next. Since Congress can't get its act together on health care, I'll be using the power of the pen to give great health care to many people fast. Next, with Jamel Hill at the mic, this is an ESPN, a minor ESPN sports reporter. With Jamel Hill at the mic, it's no wonder ESPN ratings have tanked. In fact, tanked so badly, it's the talk of the industry. And finally this, 25 minutes ago. Highly respected author Christopher Bedford just came out with book, The Art of Lessons from America's Philosopher-in-Chief, The Art of the Donald. Lessons from America's Philosopher. Respected author Christopher Bedford. You know Christopher Bedford.
No, never heard of him.
No, I had not either. He's a motivational... he's the... he edits the Daily Standard.
Yeah, he's nobody.
Yeah.
Motivational self-help advice from President Donald Trump covering everything from leadership and self-confidence to how to succeed in business. President Trump knows about living the good life and achieving success. This is what the book is about. With his election to the presidency, he added a life that already includes billions of dollars, worldwide celebrity, and a beautiful family despite legions of haters. In The Art of the Donald, Daily Caller News Foundation editor-in-chief Christopher Bedford takes you inside the new president's unorthodox mind, unlocking the genius of his approach to everything in life and offering you insight into navigating life the Trump way. No thank you.
Can I just take
this is
delusional.
Fantasy world.
So the NFL tax thing. There are no federal taxes related to that. Now, local, local cities and municipalities give tax breaks for building stadiums and things like. There's no federal tax.
No.
Attached to the NFL. So even if that was a thing, it's not a thing, and he has nothing to do with it.
He there's something wrong with his brain.
So you go, is the NFL a tax-exempt nonprofit organization? The National Football League enjoys tax-exempt status that's the claim, as a nonprofit organization. This is mostly false, it says in Snopes. The NFL League office, I remember this.
Yes.
Used to be a tax-exempt charity.
Yes.
Because they did do, in addition to kind of running the league, they also handled all the charity work that the NFL does. So they got a tax exemption. That has changed. In 2014, it was changed over controversy of the domestic abuse cases involving NFL players. So there's no federal. There is no tax law.
It's a business.
No, there's no tax law.
It's a business just like any big business that comes to town and wants to build a big building or a stadium
they all get tax breaks.
Get tax breaks.
And it's outrageous for him to say that Democrats don't care about safety for the United States.
That's not true.
It's horrible to say, I'm going to use the power of the pen to give great health care to many people fast. No, you're not.
I don't think he can.
You are not going to do that.
No.
And nobody cares about Jamel Hill. She has nothing to do with ESPN ratings. She was barely on ESPN.
She's been suspended for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's aggressively stupid and potentially dangerous.
You want to know somebody who's aggressively stupid, too?
Who?
Usher. Usher has just doubled down on his defense in the Georgia herpes lawsuit. His
I'm
defense
Georgia
now.
Herpes. Sorry.
You really should be. His defense now is when you have sex, you assume that you might have get an STD.
Everybody?
Yes.
Anytime?
Yes.
It's your fault if I give you herpes.
The singer just filed legal documents disputing the claims of Laura Helm, in which she scoffs at the notion she assumed the risk of contracting genital herpes by having sex with him. She says in her lawsuit she contracted the STD from Usher. He says with a 1 in 6 chance of any other given partner could have had genital herpes, she assumed the risk of contracting an STD each and every time she chose to have unprotected sex with a casual, consensual partner. You know, like me, who has genital herpes. He's not denying it.
Well, I was going to say, this is a step forward because he was denying it for the longest time. Remember, she's not my type.
Yeah, that's not getting him anywhere now.
Yeah.
So now he's saying, well, she should have just assumed that I might have genital herpes.
It's her fault.
Yeah. California, man, ugly. Fast-moving wildfires raging across Northern California yesterday. 10 people killed in fires, sending well over 100 people to hospitals, forcing up to 20,000 people to evacuate, destroying more than 1,500 buildings in one of the most destructive fire emergencies in the state's history. Firefighters are battling blazes in 8 different counties. Santa Rosa, there, the fire gutted a Hilton hotel and flattened the Journey's End retirement community. Most of the trailers in the trailer park were leveled, leaving a smoldering debris field of household appliances and stuff. Man, it's just ugly, ugly, ugly. Yep. Janet Upton, a deputy director. This is up, by the way, I think Santa Rosa, that's up north, isn't it? Kind of wine country.
Yeah,
Janet Upton, deputy director of the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, said at least 15 separate fires across that region had destroyed more than 1,500 homes and businesses, burned 94,000 acres, 10 people killed as of Monday in Napa County and Mendocino County. It's really bad. Now, Kristen Chenoweth was in, Chenoweth, I believe.
Yes.
That's how she says it. She was in Utah to sing at BYU. The social media conversation following last weekend's BYU Spectacular revealed the production was a mutual honor for featured performers Kristen Chenoweth and Gentry, and several arts groups from Brigham Young University. Chenoweth, known for originating the role of Glinda in the Broadway musical Wicked, said, BYU is killing it in the arts.
Killing it in
I
the arts?
Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly true. Feeling grateful for today, BYU. At BYU, you guys are killing it in the arts. Everyone was amazing. I love you, she tweeted. And then Gentry also was very complimentary of how they were treated down at BYU. There's a performer at BYU, though, who's putting everybody to shame. Have you seen this, Richie?
Probably.
I don't know if Dylan could play the video. The BYU Cougar mascot, Cosmo.
Oh,
yeah. And now, so I watched this video. You know, it says, just watch Cosmo blow that dancing shark out of the water. The one that, you know, Katy Perry.
Yeah.
And anyway, so Cosmo, BYU's Cougar mascot, and they showed him, look at him, watch this. It's kind of, go to x96.com/live. It's kind of jerky because of the video feed, but.
Is that you, Rich? That's you, isn't it?
I wish.
Richie can't do that.
No, I can't do that.
That guy can really dance. He should be on the team. They should give him a football and say, look, we're losing every game.
Yeah.
We need you. Maybe he's not dancing hard enough. Maybe that's why the BYU is not winning. I don't know. But, yeah, it's a pretty amazing video. Huffington Post had it today.
Well, you should retweet it.
Yeah, I'll retweet that.
Sports weather traffic.
Well.
Huh?
When it became apparent O.J. Simpson would be a free man, our old friend,
Dennis Hoff,
offered him a job. You know, you get out of prison, you need someone to give you a hand with a.
He could be a greeter.
Job.
He could be a greeter.
A greeter. He offered to hire him as a greeter.
A greeter
at the Bunny Ranch.
Oh, now I just made that up in my mind, but I guess
you did. You didn't read?
No, I just saw that.
I saw the headline and I thought it was just OJ's going to the Bunny Ranch.
Well,
you know, it's kind of a victory lap. You know.
Apparently, he sent word to the Bunny Ranch that he was seeking companionship after 9 years in prison. Dennis Hoff says, quote, as far as I know, things are going down. That he's coming to the Bunny Ranch for companionship and a job.
Yeah.
Well,
sure, whatever.
So do they have like ex-convicts who work as prostitutes at the Bunny Ranch? Is that
really a question?
No.
No.
I just thought maybe OJ got used to prison sex.
No.
No? Okay.
Come on, Gina.
That's sports.
Oh, come on. And the Cubs won, and they're going to close it out today.
Okay, the Cubs won, and they're going to close it out today. And
Bill Murray sang the seventh inning stretch yesterday.
Richie's wearing his Cubs.
Everything. I got the Cubs jacket and the Cubs T-shirt today.
I'd say underwear, but you don't.
He has other Cubs stuff on, but he can't show you.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't.
Well, it's under his underwear.
No, I wear the same underwear as 51% of this valley.
Yep.
Maybe that's my sign-off today. That's sports. Weather, pleasant, warmer today, 68 and sunny. It's cold right now, though. It's like in the upper 30s, so it'll be chilly when you leave the house, but warm when you come home later.
All right.
Weather brought to you by Strong Volkswagen of Salt Lake City. You get 100% lifetime powertrain coverage. Your factory powertrain warranty becomes a lifetime warranty. Online at strongvw.com. Traffic, we have debris on southbound I-15 on the Farmington-Centerville border. It's causing flat tires for several cars and slower than normal traffic. I don't know what the debris is, but avoid that southbound I-15 Farmington-Centerville. Crash northbound Bangor Highway approaching 31st South. The left lane is blocked, causing slowage in that area. Traffic is brought to you by the X96 Spooky Bus, making its way to Nightmare on 13th this Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Stop by and check out the horrors inside the X96 Spooky Bus and real-life terrors of Nightmare on 13th, 13th South.
The horrors. The horrors inside the bus. Just be clear about that.
You can finish the address now.
13th South, 3rd West, Salt Lake. Purchase tickets at nightmareon13th.com.
Horrors. The horrors in the bus.
All right.
What did I say?
Well, you were close to that. It's time for the X poll. 877-602-9696. That's 877-602-9696. Pretty simple. What song, when you hear it, it gives you goosebumps? It gives you a physical reaction every time you hear it.
We had a lot of friends of the program send in to us because we posted this on the Radio from Hell Facebook page yesterday. Mm-hmm. And a lot of good suggestions there.
We got the first one is from. Let's see. Now I'm gonna have to stop the X-Poll music every now and then. The first one is from Janet Beagley. This one you might recognize.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Yeah, that does it for me.
And you'll see into your imagination.
Gene Wilder.
Is it the Beatles?
No, Gene Wilder from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
With a spin, traveling in the world of my creation, what we'll see.
See, this also makes me sad. This is a separate question from what song makes you cry.
We'll do the what song makes you cry someday. But this is different.
Gene Wilder's passed, right?
He is passed, yes. Right. He is passed. Let's see. I got one here from Alexander Wright. This is the one that he picked.
Overkill.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite Men at Work songs.
I liked it when he did it acoustic for us. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I can get you sleep. Yeah, he was the glue that kept the Big Ass Show together.
That's right.
This is my favorite
song.
Men at Work song.
You know, they're overlooked an awful lot, this band. I saw them live. Really good. And if you look up Colin Hayes' solo acoustic stuff, it's really good.
Perhaps it's just imagination. Day after day it reappears.
All right,
shouldn't let his goofy eye throw you off, though. He does
let it distract you.
Yeah, he has a goofy eye.
Let's see. We got this one from Alex Lancaster.
Let me do this one, Bill. It's a good one.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till it gets to the hook.
Yeah.
People don't know what it is. This song also makes me laugh. I remember the parody.
Whoa, Black Betty, bam lamb. Whoa, Black Betty, bam lamb. Black Betty had a child. Bam lamb, the damn thing gone wild. Bam lamb, she said a word not of mine. Bam lamb, the damn thing gone blind. Bam lamb, I said, oh, Black Betty, bam lamb. Whoa, Black Betty, bam lamb.
That is great. What version is that?
This is Ram Jam.
That's Ram Jam.
Yes.
I like the Fat Betty.
From Mad Men.
From Mad Men. I'm gonna go look for
877-602-9696. You can probably find some of these real fast.
I'll do what I can. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. This one. Let's get to line one. Let's go to line one. It's Mike Mitchell, our old friend.
Dr. Mike, how are you this morning?
I'm well, thank you. No one blocking my driveway.
Good to know. So now this song will always give you a physical. What kind of physical reaction does it give you?
Well, David Bowie has always been a hero of mine, and getting to meet him was one of the best moments in my life.
You met David Bowie?
Yes, I met David Bowie.
Where?
I worked backstage at the US Festival in Southern California.
Oh.
And how was that encounter with David Bowie?
He's a tremendously nice and friendly guy.
I walked past him. Him and him on.
You breathed the same air?
I did. I breathed the same air.
Cool.
It was at a museum in London, and the two of them walked past. And
I was with you.
It was just like, wow, that was, and then I tried to get everybody. Say, this is David Bowie, and they had disappeared. It was like magic.
It was just you and me were standing there, and I remember. Yeah, I didn't even notice it until you pointed at him.
So this song, Mike.
Yes, Heroes.
Forever and ever. Oh, we can be heroes.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Just for one day.
That's a good choice, Mike.
Yep. Thanks, Mike.
Good choice, Mike. All right, let's continue this X poll here. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see. I got this one. Let's go to Beth. Hi, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Give me a second here.
Beth, now what is it about this song, before we play a little snippet of it, what is it about this song that always gets to you?
First off, I'd never heard it before when I first encountered it in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, I bet there are a lot of people that first time they heard songs was on that,
Yeah, so just kind of happening upon that, like there's a lot of great songs through that song track, but that one connects, with the theme of father and son, quite literally. And I don't know, just father relationships for me. It was a soft spot, so it's just a beautiful moment.
I've got it. Give me a second.
Were you familiar with Cat Stevens at all?
I had heard of him, but I never actively sought him out after that.
So did you go
now
back
I have the whole discography.
You went back and started listening to old Cat. I mean, that first record he did, Tea for the Tillerman, is
for sure.
Is pretty remarkably good, I would say. And it's kind of sappy. I mean,
there's a place for sappy.
So Carrie's looking for this particular one.
My iTunes is screwed
What's
up.
it called? Which one is it? I don't know what.
It's called
it's
Father and Son.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we can't. Could you sing a little of it, Beth?
I mean, I could, but it's not going to do it justice.
See, it's on the soundtrack, and my iTunes isn't letting me find soundtrack albums for some reason.
That's weird.
Well, then fire them.
So I'm a little.
Sorry, Beth, we can't find that one.
Yeah,
But
it's okay.
you can
I
go
do
listen
have
to
it, though.
You can go listen to it at home.
It is a good one. All right,
See ya.
thank you. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll continue the sex poll after these messages. Songs that give you goosebumps.
Now, the one on line 3. He doesn't even know the name of the song, but I think we should try to find it because I'm curious now. So we'll get to that coming up.
Okay.
All right.
It's kind of a mystery.
Okay, so whatever that debris is, they've had to stop all lanes of travel. And 4 cars are on the right shoulder with flat tires from the debris. Delays are from Kaysville to Centerville. So unless you want a flat tire, avoid that area southbound I-15 through Davis County while they clean that up. We've also got crash northbound Bangor Highway approaching 31st South. The left lane is blocked, causing slowage in that area. Traffic brought to you by Strong Volkswagen of Salt Lake City. You get 100% lifetime powertrain coverage. Your factory powertrain warranty becomes a lifetime warranty online at strongvw.com.
All right. Thank you very much. 877-602-9696 is the phone number for the X-Poll. New episode every Monday at geekshowpodcast.com, the X96 app, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. Find us searching Geek Show as one word. So you wanted to come and see us live on stage after Salt Lake Comic-Con, but just couldn't make it? I'll take you there. Our latest episode is our post-Comic-Con stage show recorded live at 50 West in front of hundreds of people. Be warned, it's still very not safe for work.
geekshowpodcast.com.
Richie called me last night to ask if he should have said something. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was a little.
You had
I
that
did a
little
little.
panic look on your face.
Yeah.
He called me. He'd said something yesterday to management, and we won't go into what that was.
Okay.
But he called me and asked me. He told me what he said, and then he said, "Do you think I should have done that?" Now,
well,
when
you ask that question,
you should probably already know the answer,
it
right?
means, yeah, you shouldn't have asked.
But I think you didn't care for my response.
Well, no, because you actually told me honestly. Most of the time, you just tell me, I don't care, or it doesn't matter, or whatever you choose is the best decision for you. Bill always gives me those vague, like parental answers. So I go, okay, perfect. I can justify it in my mind and move on.
And when I say that, I mean that.
Sure.
Because it doesn't matter in the long run. Just make a choice and go with that.
Mm-hmm.
But what he called me about last night, I said, yeah, probably not. You probably shouldn't have done that.
Well, now I'm curious as to what
I'll
it
tell
is.
you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you off the air. But you shouldn't have done that. And now that you have, there's nothing you can do about it. So I would just...
Well, and since that conversation, I received communication back, and the dust is settled, and it's fine.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh,
good.
okay. So, but was it the thing you were telling me about?
About this morning, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, you probably... That seemed awfully ballsy. But is that the new Richie? Is that the I'm standing up to...
yeah, a little bit.
But it just seemed to... And as I said to him, there are certain positions worth taking and certain positions not worth taking.
It's the pick your battles.
Yeah, you got to just... And this was the wrong battle to pick.
Right.
And then I said, and if you don't like it here, just get out.
Well, and that's all because you're not used to standing up for yourself. You're learning.
Right, I'm getting there.
Well, it's hard to do.
It's hard to do because the other part of Richie, and you guys have never seen this, the other part of Richie used to have
the gay part.
No, that's
the part.
You've seen the
have
gay
seen.
part.
Yeah, we've seen that.
The really bad temper, and the raging. Oh yeah.
Huh.
For a long time in my early teen years, it was everything would set me off, and just
Did you get in fights with people?
More verbal, but just terribly abusive language coming from me towards people. Swearing at my mom and not running away, but that kind of kid running away that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole deal. And,
slamming doors.
Yeah,
you were a
door
door slammer.
Oh yeah,
big
and
door
I
slammer.
hate you.
Yeah,
and
big door slammer.
all that stuff. And then
how did you get rid of that?
I just decided it's not who I wanted to be anymore. But sometimes it comes back a little bit. Is he on the line?
You might be. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there he is.
I was full of rage one time in my life. Oh, hello.
Carrie, Bill, and Gina have a big fancy studio in beautiful downtown Salt Lake. And they still find things to bitch about. X96.
Let's see.
We got news with boners coming up in a couple minutes after the X poll.
I got too many buttons pushing over
And coming up in the news, a very important story I just want to flag here for you. Turkey leg pants just in time for Thanksgiving. Just very exciting stuff coming up.
All right. Okay, this is the Cat Stevens song from
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, I found my soundtrack.
It's called Father and Son.
Yes, Cat Stevens.
I'm just not a...
I'm not either.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not either, but it's used so effectively in the movie.
Change, just relax, take it easy. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to know. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy.
Anyway, you get the idea. You get the idea. But it was used really effectively in the movie. I think that's why it's getting a renaissance. Let's go to line 3. This is Chris. Hi, Chris. Go ahead.
Chris?
There's Chris.
Chris, which song?
Hello.
Yeah, which song is it that always will give you goosebumps when you hear it?
All right. So I don't even like the artist at all, but it's Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor's version. Yeah.
Sinead O'Connor.
It really is good. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Prince song, of course.
Prince wrote it, of course, but I had a crush on a girl when I saw this song, heard the song first time. I was in junior high, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, nothing's gonna tear me away from her." I never talked to her though, but
it's a breakup song, you know. It's a song about.
Please come back.
Planted all those.
Yeah, it gets me every time.
Flowers in the backyard, and they all died when you left.
Please come back.
This is not a love song.
Yeah, it is.
Sure it is, but
I know.
it's not.
I was only 13. Okay, but I understand.
All right.
All right,
good
Chris.
choice.
Thanks,
That's
Chris.
a good choice.
Thanks, guys. Keep
All
doing
right.
a good job. Bye.
Bye-bye.
My dinner in a fancy restaurant.
Makes me feel bad for poor Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah, she's not doing well. She is not doing well. All right.
Somebody left her and it ruined her.
Well, there's
a little bit more to it than that, Gina.
Yeah, let's go to Melanie. Hello, Melanie.
Melanie, what song?
Hello.
I see what song it is. I can't stand this band. Why does this song give you such goosebumps, Melanie? When Journey.
I don't know. There's something about Steve Perry's voice.
Yeah, there sure is.
No, I would agree. I love Steve Perry's voice. He hits notes you can't even dream about, Bill.
He used to be able to.
Gina, I don't.
In the recordings of his voice, he hits notes.
I don't care.
No, he has a wonderful voice. You can't deny that.
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
It's not
to me.
nails on a chalkboard.
I hate it.
Oh, come on,
You're
Bill.
right, Millie. I'm with you.
Yeah, my sister and I used to lay in bed and listen to Journey and cry.
See, that's what his voice.
I should
That's
have
what
come
his
over.
voice does.
I should have come over.
Well, it's not too late.
Yeah, Gina, you could have come to Idaho. That's where we were.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Melanie.
Thank you, Melanie. All right. Let's see. Saw one in the chat room. Someone who said this song does it to them every time. Let me see.
The chain. Do we have to say Fleetwood Mac?
They really had some phenomenal songs.
I want somebody to make a movie about this band.
About their...
Because there's so much happened.
Yeah.
So much happened to these guys.
Surely it's been discussed.
I'm sure Cameron Crowe is on it.
Probably.
He would be the person for it.
He would be.
Maybe you need to wait till they're all dead. So
because they won't approve it.
No.
That's for sure.
This is from Guardians too.
Yeah.
I bet there are people that never heard this song until. it
I'm
was in
sure there
Guardians.
are. I'm sure there are. Let's go to line 1. Let's see. Who is this? This is. I'm sorry, I can't see the name. Olivia.
Olivia.
Hello, Olivia. How are you?
Hi, good morning.
What song gives you goosebumps, Olivia?
I did Other Side by Macklemore. I don't know if you guys have heard it.
I'm
It's
not sure
rap.
what that is.
Right here.
Was pimping as he listened to the system. Little did he know that it was just as addictive as bass. Not the kind of hit from the kick drum. Hot box, let the bass bump. Take it to the face, go. Months later, the use went up. And every blunt was accompanied by the pink stuff. But goddamn, he loved that feeling. Purple rain coated in the throat, just so healing. Medicine alleviate the sickness. Liquid to fix them, it comes with the cost. Wake up, cold.
Oh, so it's about drug use.
So, do you know what it is about that song that speaks to you so much, Olivia?
Yeah, so I had a friend, my best friend last year. She got addicted to heroin, and she found the song, and she sent it to me, and she just loved it and related to it so much. And she actually overdosed at the beginning of this year, so every time I hear that song, it just kind of gets me.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Olivia.
Thank you.
Well, now, I think that we're falling into these songs that make you sad.
That's a
category.
different-
That's a different X-Poll. That's
We
a
want-
different X-Poll
Songs
altogether.
that give you chills, give you goosebumps.
Any
give you-
song that Steve Perry sings on makes me sad.
You back off, Steve Perry.
I'd rather not.
Let's see. I'm trying to look for the people who have called in. Go ahead and just list some songs.
Corey wants 311. Amber.
Yeah,
He says
saw
that
that
song does it to him. And 5 for Fighting Superman. Chris. What is that song?
I don't know. I was trying to find it.
I'm not sure what that. Well, let's ask Chris. We could ask him what.
All right, there's Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hey guys, good
Hey,
morning.
thanks for calling the X-Poll. Now, what is this song?
It's 5 for Fighting from Superman. Growing up, my dad always called me Superman and stuff, and my parents have always been really good to me and all that.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Had some operations and stuff, and they'd always play this for going to the hospital and stuff.
5 for Fighting.
Right.
From.
Excuse me.
No, the band
that's
is
the
Five
band.
for Fighting.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I gotcha.
Oh. Well, that's nice. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Thanks. Well, now I'm curious to hear it. Thanks for.
Give me a second.
Carrie's going to look for it. Hey.
Shots on my parents, but
Yeah. All right.
they've always been there for me.
All right.
All right.
That's
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. Here
Somebody
we
says Love Cats by The Cure.
Oh, come on now.
To be me. I wish that I could cry.
You've heard this, haven't you?
Fall upon my
Well, maybe I have.
Richie's singing it in the other room.
find a way to lie.
This is
Like, I think it's been in a car commercial.
and this is probably a wedding DJ favorite, I would bet.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Now
You've heard it. Yeah.
Yes. This little part of it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a song that when I hear, I sort of tune away.
You tune away.
Carrie, Travis Johnson, I don't know how you're going to feel about this.
What's that?
It's Travis the Pieman.
Oh, yes.
A song that gives Travis the Pieman goosebumps.
Toto's Africa.
No,
No joke.
you stop it.
No joke. Recently.
No.
Yes. Recently?
Yeah.
Here's someone in the chat room, and I actually happen to have this one. Let me see here. Sorry, everything goes through one pot in here, so just so you know, that's why I'm having trouble. This one, somebody says it gives them chills.
You just seem older than yesterday.
It's from Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Oh, yeah.
It's Roy Rogers, Elton John.
You draw two,
It is a good one.
and one thing's for certain. You're cozy in your little room.
It is a good one.
You know, the Elton John song that gets me is, I guess that's why they call it the blues.
That's the one
I
that
don't
gets
know.
you?
I don't know why.
That's the
Yeah.
out of all the Elton John songs, that's the
I
one
really
that gets
like
you.
that Elton John song. And I really like Tiny Dancer as well.
Well, I was going to say, if I picked one, it would be Tiny Dancer.
But I like. I guess that's why they call it the blues.
This gives you chills?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I have certain memories associated with it.
Oh, well, that's part of this.
And my wife explains the reason why Toto's Africa gives you the chills is because you hear it while you're standing in the frozen food section of the grocery store. That's why.
Between you and me, I could honestly say that things can only get better.
I love the way he sings this.
Oh, yeah.
Phrases it.
And while I'm away,
This is still full voice Elton. All right, well, we're out of time.
All right.
We are out of time for this expo.
That was fun.
Yeah, I'm sweating over here.
You people need to give Kerry Jackson a round of applause because he's been working extra hard to pull up all those songs.
There's a whole bunch of good ones that people have sent in, so go to our Facebook page and add them there.
Yeah.
Why don't you? Because we still have that post going. So.
Traffic. Let's see. We've got a crash westbound 201 freeway, 3200 west exit. Cars are off to the right shoulder there. I'm not sure if they've reopened the freeway. This is Kaysville to Centerville because there was debris all over the road that was causing flat tires. They had closed it about 20 minutes ago to clean that up. I don't know if they've reopened it, but I would still be cautious southbound I-15 through Davis County because several cars were off to the side of the road with flat tires. That's traffic.
We've got Boners Round 1 coming up. Here are your candidates. Boner candidate number 1 is Women Today? Well, Donna Karen says they're just asking for it.
Oh, boy.
And then number 2 is On the Upside, we gave him a birthday he'll never forget. And number 3, she needs to learn that she must finish her milk.
Okay. All those and more on the way. Stand by. I think is the farmers market tonight. Just the the
Tuesday,
the
mini market,
the mini one. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
It's kind of a laid back produce market, not like the big show that they do on Saturdays for the downtown farmers market.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot quieter. It's only on Tuesday from 4 p.m. until it gets dark. You can get local produce and meat, artisan meat and cheese, and other locally produced food. It's at Pioneer Park. And the smaller size of this midweek market is great. It's just very
you want to go by and just get stuff for dinner tonight. You don't want to. Now, going to the farmer's market on the weekend is an event.
It's a show.
If you just say, I just need some fresh produce and just want to get in and out quickly, this is the way to do it.
So shop and support the community and locally grown food by going to the downtown farmer's market on Tuesday night. That's tonight from 4 till it gets dark. More can be found at SLC. That's slcfarmersmarket.org.
X96 wants to send you to see Lincoln Park and Friends celebrate life in honor of Chester Bennington.
There's a great a little video that I tweeted early this morning at RFH Bill.
Well, let me go look.
It's a little video of some mayor somewhere in Wisconsin, I think.
Yeah.
He's doing his Groundhog's Day thing with
Like
Jimmy
you.
the Groundhog.
Jimmy, that's
Sun
not a
Prairie-
groundhog name. It's not.
Why is Jimmy not a ground? Phil is a groundhog name.
Sure.
Why is Jimmy not a groundhog
Jimmy's
name? It's fine. If
Awfully defensive
Princess
about Jimmy.
Good God, Gina, you derail the story. Jimmy, that's not a ground. Why does Carrie Fisher call her dog Gary? It's fine. Anyway, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, Jimmy the Groundhog, and the mayor Jonathan Freund is and he's an idiot. And I love the way they wrote this story on what is it, Gawker or Newsfeed? It's called Gawker's Newsfeed. Yeah. Low rent Punxsutawney Phil impersonator Jimmy the Groundhog has the easy task, or the annual task of predicting each February whether Sun Prairie, Wisconsin will experience 6 more weeks of winter. This year, the job got to him a little bit as he whispered his prognostication into Mayor Jonathan Freund's ear. The weather will be
Got your ear, sucker! I'm biting your damn ear off. How do you like me now?
He gets a hold of it too.
Yeah, he does.
He gets a good chomp in there.
Yeah. You watch the
He
watch the
keeps
little
going. The
video.
mayor keeps going, though. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, flinching from the savage attack on his soundy flaps, Freund attempted to translate the bite from groundhog to English. He didn't see his shadow, the shaken mayor stammered, so it will be in early spring. Jimmy's handler is obviously concerned about the integrity of the little biter's predictive record, later clarified that he had actually been attempting to indicate that winter would last another 6 weeks. It is Wisconsin, after all.
So the mayor got it wrong altogether.
Yeah. The mayor's office responded that only the mayor can translate Jimmy's prediction, the Milwaukee Sentinel-Journal reports. But it's a funny video. Watch the little video.
My question is, what kind of a mayor name is Jonathan? I mean, really?
It's a fine mayor
That's a terrible
name.
mayor
That's
name.
a fine mayor
No,
name.
that's a terrible name.
Jimmy is not a good name for a groundhog. Jimmy's a nice guy. Groundhogs are mean.
Gino, why don't you just shut up?
A texter points out Jimmy the Groundhog was part of the Gambino family.
Exactly.
That's your confusion. So
What?
Jimmy
Getting
is a
awfully
perfectly
defensive.
fine name for a groundhog. Who died and made you the namer of all things?
I'm not the namer of all things.
You sure act like it. No, Val Kilmer is not dead.
Yet.
And what kind of a name is Val for a Kilmer?
Exactly.
The Kilmers never named their children Val. What's wrong with them?
Right, 7:22 right now. Time for round one of your boner voting. These are 3 news stories that are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you will decide with your vote who is the worst. Who of these 3 candidates deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day? We'll give you 2 candidates now, then a 3rd candidate after the news, and once you've heard all 3, then you'll vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive a Can't Buy It, Gotta Win It Radio from Hell boner t-shirt courtesy of
Excel Automotive Repair, Radio from Hell's official auto mechanics. Don't buy a lemon. Try Excel Automotive's $50 bumper-to-bumper used car checkover before you buy. Limit 2 cars per $50.
Boner candidate number 1. Women today, Well, Donna Karen says they're just asking for it.
I'm genuinely shocked at this one.
I'm
Donna Karen, fashion designer. You see her ads for her clothing in the magazines and so forth. Fashion designer Donna Karen has come to her pal Harvey Weinstein's defense in a bold way, saying that sexually harassed women may be asking for it by dressing seductively, according to the Daily Mail. You look at everything all over the world today and how women are dressing and what they're asking by just presenting themselves the way they do. What are they asking for? Trouble, Donna Karen said. She was on the red carpet at a film awards show in L.A. To see it here in our own country is very difficult, but I also think, how do we display ourselves? How do we present ourselves as women? What are we asking? Are we asking for it by presenting all the sensuality and the sexuality? The DKNY founder, who is friends with Weinstein's wife, fashion designer Georgina Chapman, described the couple as wonderful people. Harvey and Georgina, they're wonderful. And Harvey's done some amazing things. Asked if Weinstein had been busted, she reportedly smiled and told the paper, I don't think it's only Harvey Weinstein who does this.
Well, no, and that's the problem.
She's an idiot.
The other problem with your argument is...
Why do you feel like you need to explain that?
You don't need to.
Well, because I think there are people listening who agree with her.
Boner candidate number 1. Women today, Donna Karen says, well, they're just asking for it.
You teach your boys not to rape, all right?
Here's boner candidate number 2. Well, on the upside, we gave him a birthday party he'll never forget. A man in Oklahoma was reportedly stabbed in the back with a cake knife during a fight at a 1-year-old's birthday party on Sunday. Alina Bright was arrested. After witnesses told police, I think we have a...
Yeah, we do.
There's a mugshot at x96.com/live of Ms. Bright. Alina Bright was arrested after witnesses told police that she stabbed a man at the party in an apartment complex in Oklahoma City.
Did he ask for a corner? He wanted a corner piece, didn't he?
I don't know. A man and a woman at the party report... No.
No?
No, they got into an argument over the child, who the man wanted to have stay at his home that night. Tensions rose after the woman started pulling the child from the man's arms. Her family got involved. One of the family members reportedly punched the child's father, which led to his family trying to break up the incident at the party for the 1-year-old child. A witness reportedly said then they saw Ms. Bright grab the cake knife off the table and stab a man involved in the fight in the back. I don't know if there was frosting on that cake knife, because that would be complications in the wound.
Yes.
Happy birthday, kid.
So,
You're going to remember this day
that's
for
what I'm saying.
the rest of your
On
life.
the upside, we gave him a birthday party he'll never forget. That's the upside, Gina, not the downside. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. She needs to learn that she must finish her milk.
All right. Boner candidate number 3 after this here Big Boy News and Opinnuendo, brought to you by...
Celebrate autumn at Snowbird's annual Oktoberfest. Escape for the whole weekend with the Oktoberfest getaway package, including lodging, daily breakfast, all-day activity pass, $105 per person per night. Get all the details at snowbird.com.
Great. I was just looking over this new book about Donald Trump, The Art of the Donald, Lessons from America's Philosopher-in-Chief.
You've already given it more attention than it deserves.
Oh, no, Gina, I'm getting a copy. It offers life-changing pieces of advice, including keeping your message simple and delivering it effectively.
Bad.
Using competition to govern yourself.
Wrong.
And chaos to confuse your opponents.
He's good at that.
Cutting out the middlemen and getting directly to the deal makers. Redefining conflicts and transactions on your own terms, and solving problems with ingenuity instead of money, and believing in yourself no matter what your opponents say.
I think that putting a wife to work is a very dangerous thing. When I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof.
Are we going to hear from Ivanka today?
Yeah, somewhere here. I've got something on her coming up. Late Thursday, though, Harvey Weinstein called top Hollywood talent agents to ask for a favor. So this is before he was fired. Please speak up for me. Do not let me be fired. Nobody did. And then with the remnants of the Weinstein Company board moving to fire him as the studio's co-chairman, Mr. Weinstein got more frantic. On Sunday, he sent an email to agents and to studio executives saying he was desperate for their help. Don't let me be fired, he said in the email, according to 3 people who received it or were briefed on it. And it's interesting to me, all of the people who are coming out of the woodwork and talking about why they never said anything about Harvey Weinstein and all of the supposed sexual harassment he did.
Just for the amount of payouts he made.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How anybody said they didn't know. That's if it was like one hush-hush thing that they were able to keep quiet. There were multiple payouts.
A lot of actresses were warned.
But George Clooney has come out and said, well, I've worked with Harvey for years, and he was always great with me. I never saw anything like that.
That's not what he said.
Yes, it is. He said, I never saw anything like that happen.
Kevin Smith has said, Weinstein financed my career pretty much, and I'm ashamed that I, am finding out about this.
Well, I mean, Clooney also said what Harvey has apparently done is despicable.
Well, yeah, you made it sound like he just was. If all you say is he didn't say anything, of course he didn't. You didn't do that in front of people. You need to say he denounced him.
I think it's also pretty strange, though, that a lot of men are coming out and saying, "Well, I never saw."
Well, of course they didn't.
But they heard about it. They knew about it. They heard about it. George Clooney heard about it.
There was a couple of directors who said good riddance, basically, to him. Scott Derrickson, who directed Doctor Strange. And James Gunn had a lengthy Facebook post that he did that you should go read if you get a chance, Guardians of the Galaxy guy.
And I'm not, and I'm not saying that they did anything wrong, but everybody knew about it. And it's interesting now that the people, like George Clooney, I forget who couple of the other men that were quoted prominently, saying, well, I think it's horrible what he did, and he never did anything like that in front of me. But you knew.
You made it sound like George Clooney is totally denouncing him and saying,
of course he is.
You're making it sound like, well, he never did anything in front of me. I didn't believe it.
That's what he said. That's what he said. I've had dinner with him a lot. He gave me my first directing role. We have had arguments. We've been on trips together. I never saw him do anything like that. But
so in a way, that's him defending it, saying, if I had seen something, I would have said something.
A nephew of Patrick Harmon, the man who was shot and killed by Salt Lake City police on August 13th, said the officer who pulled the trigger should be in jail. Hopefully he sees the inside of a prison for life for murder, said Lamar Ross, Harmon's nephew. The Salt Lake County District's Attorney's Office has ruled the shooting was justified based on the footage of 3 different police body cameras as well as statements from officers and the evidence recovered at the scene. Simgill ruled that Officer Clinton Dix was justified in the use of deadly force. I watched the video that was available of the body cam footage, and I can see where the family members are upset. Now, again, they probably don't have all of the information, but the video, the body camera video, is pretty. Did you watch it? Did you look at it?
No.
It's pretty terrible. The guy is. The police have detained him. I think they have handcuffs on him. He's kind of crying and being, and I couldn't quite catch what he was saying. And then all of a sudden he bolts and starts to run away, and the police officer shouts, "Stop or I'll effing shoot you," and then shoots him. And pulls the trigger several times.
So he's cuffed?
As the guy, I'll have to look at it again.
I thought he was trying to put the cuffs on him and he ran away before
maybe that
was
that might be it. He was he was running away as the officer was trying to put the cuffs on him, and he was clearly a distance away, running with his back toward the officer, and several shots were fired. So I can see.
No, the cop was not in danger at that point.
It doesn't seem like it. But then they said they had a knife. They found a knife, and we saw him with a knife. And I think they said we were afraid he was going to run off and hurt someone else. So,
well, then you run after him, and you don't shoot him. You run after him. Pursuit is part of that.
Let's see. Provo is exploring the renaming one of their mountains.
Yes,
Squaw Peak. We've talked about that before. Provo, there's a mountain peak outside of Provo. It's called Squaw Peak. And if you didn't know, the term squaw is very derogatory. and they are talking about renaming it, but they haven't agreed on a new name. I think
How
they ought
about
to,
Phyllis?
I think they ought to call it Lavelle Edwards Peak. Lavelle Edwards Peak, okay? Or Lavelle. How about that? Just call it Lavelle. You know, he's the big hero. He's the biggest hero in Utah County. And then this story, I promised to get to this just in time for Thanksgiving.
So you joke about that name, but there's such pushback to changing the name Squaw Peak. If you were to seriously submit that, these same people who were pushing back would be a little bit more amenable, I think.
Yeah, no, I think
absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
Let's call it Lavelle Peak. And just in time for Thanksgiving, I hope you can see a picture of these at x96.com/live. Turkey leg pants.
Huh?
That's right. It makes your legs look just like turkey legs or chicken legs if you put the pants on. They appear to be made of a crepe-like material. They cinch at the ankles, and they're $82. $82 to make your legs look like turkey legs.
I don't want my legs to look like turkey
Well,
legs.
you are behind the fashion curve then. Behind the fashion curve.
Because this is the thing?
I guess. And then did you see the new Oreo thing? Dick Clark tweeted about this.
The mystery flavor.
Yeah.
But you could win money.
$50,000.
If you can guess what the flavor is.
I don't want to ever eat anything that has the title mystery in it.
There they
or
are.
surprise.
So they say...
You know, Dylan, you need to get these so we can try them.
They say if you guess the flavor that you could win $50,000.
Just looking at them, I'm guessing that it's toothpaste.
Dick Clark
toothpaste flavor.
Yeah, Dick Clark was not happy.
Yeah.
With the results. He was
I
pleased.
am curious,
He was
though.
pleased because yesterday was his birthday, and happy birthday, Dick. He was pleased that his wife got him these, but then soon later regretted the gift of the mystery
I think he
Oreo.
ate too many.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to taste the cookies, and if you figure out the cream filling's secret flavor, you submit your guess via Oreo's dedicated website. You'll be entered into a sweepstakes. To boost your chances, you'll also earn bonus entries for submitting a photo of yourself with a bag of the mystery flavor package. So I'm sure Dick has already done that. Sure, he's already tweeted his picture.
Get on it, Dylan. You're still sitting there.
Yeah. So there it is. Well, you got until November 30th.
Oh, okay.
That's when the contest ends.
Oh, okay.
The
All right.
Oreos. Yeah. All right. Is that it?
Weather, traffic?
Weather nice today. I mean, it's chilly this morning. You need a jacket this morning, but you won't need it later. Later, you'll go, why do I have this? I just have to carry it around now. 68. Traffic. A couple of friends of the program saying huge accident southbound I-15 right after Hillfield Road exit in Layton. Major backup. Cars are at a standstill all the way back to the 650 North exit. So thank you for letting us know that. 2 crashes northbound I-15 and Lehigh, 1 mile apart from each other. They're causing lots of delays in Utah County. That's just 2 major incidents, but those are the only ones being reported right now. You can always text us one if you see something, 33986. Brought to you by Strong Volkswagen of Salt Lake City. You get 100% lifetime powertrain coverage. Your factory powertrain warranty becomes a lifetime warranty online at strongvw.com.
No, Travis, mystery Oreos are not people.
Maybe.
You don't know.
Soylent Green.
Yeah. All right, here's boner candidate number 3. She needs to learn that she must finish her milk. 3-year-old Texas girl sent outside by her father as punishment for not drinking her milk is now still missing 2 days later.
Whoa.
The Richardson Police Department announced Saturday that the girl, Sharon Matthews, was last seen by her father in the backyard of the family's home at 3 o'clock in the morning. The girl,
all very suspicious.
The girl, who is developmentally disabled with limited verbal skills, allegedly was told by her father, and she's really cute. You can see her at x96.com/live.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah. She was told by her father, Wesley, to go stand out next to a tree near an alley outside of their home as a form of discipline for not finishing her milk. Because you have to. 15 minutes later, Matthews went to check on the girl, and his daughter was gone. He didn't call to report his daughter missing. Yeah, this is suspicious, isn't it? Until 5 hours later, according to the police, who was, Matthews was later arrested and charged with abandoning and endangering a child. And there is an Amber Alert out for the little girl as of yesterday. Boner candidate number 3, she needs to learn that she must finish her milk. That's important.
Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Well, we had boner candidate number 1. Women today, fashion designer Donna Karan says they're just asking for it. She's trying to defend her pal, Harvey Weinstein, saying women who get harassed by the way they present themselves and the way they wear their clothes, some of the clothes which I have designed, they may be asking for sexual harassment. Boner candidate number 2, on the upside, we gave him a birthday party he'll never forget. This is a woman who stabbed a man in the back with a cake knife at a 1-year-old kid's birthday party. And boner candidate number 3, she needs to learn that she must finish her milk.
All right, so here you go. This is round 1. Round 1 of your boner voting. Here we go. You got to decide, excuse me, which of these 3 candidates is the worst. Which of these 3 candidates deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day? All right, 1, 2, or 3. Put the number of the candidate that you think should win in the message of a text, 1, 2, or 3, and then text that to 33986. You can call if you'd like. Use your voice to vote, 877-602-9696. Or go to x96.com and look for the box that says Round 1, October 10. And vote there. If you don't see that box, refresh. It'll appear. All right, 300 seconds to do it. Let's go. This is round 1 of your boner voting.
X96 is...
I had a Mary Jane candy yesterday.
I've never heard of a Mary Jane candy.
Mary Jane's. Mary Jane's.
You
Never?
get that in Colorado?
It's you ever heard of Mary Jane?
No.
Famous old candy. Originally made in 1914.
That's probably stale.
By the Charles N. Miller Company, later by Stark Candy Company, now manufactured by Necco.
Oh.
And
did you go back to Backyard Birds?
no, my my 11-year-old daughter, little Mrs. Bill, went up to the 7-Eleven and came back and said, "Look, they have Mary Jane's up there."
She knows what that is?
Sure, she's had them before. But listen, we know candy in our family.
Old candy.
And new candy. They know all kinds of candy. The candy, Mary Jane's, Charles Miller invented this candy and named them after his favorite aunt, Mary Jane.
Ah.
And there's a picture of a little girl on
Wonder how his other aunts felt about that.
Well, he had a favorite aunt, Mary Jane. Maybe he didn't have any others, but they're terrible.
Really?
I'd forgotten how terrible they are. I think they maybe used to be a little better. It's peanut butter, essentially, or peanut. There used to be peanut butter, sort of more peanut butter in them, and peanut butter and molasses.
Oh.
And they're chewy, like taffy.
Yeah.
But now they're just more sort of molassesy and sugary and very little peanutty. I was disappointed, but she was excited to find them and enjoyed them. Never had a Mary Jane? No. Would you eat a Mary Jane if somebody gave you one?
Not when you've described it, how terrible it is.
Well, but I mean, if I just said it was peanut butter and molasses, would you go, "Oh, I'll try that"?
Yeah.
You don't have anything against molasses? No. It's just kind of...
What would I have against molasses?
Well, I don't know. You have weird food things.
Molasses is fine.
I thought, I think it's...
I have things in common with molasses.
That's well, you're as slow as it.
Yes.
But in January, that's what my mother used to say. Would you hurry? You're as slow as molasses in January, which is, I think, the slowest of all molasses.
And I'm referencing Bugs Bunny twice again on today's show.
Yeah.
He was borrowing a cup of molasses from somebody. He had his coffee cup. Elmer shot a hole through it. And it's snowing around, okay? And it starts to run out, and he goes, I didn't think molasses would run in January.
But
yeah, there you go. And then of course there's all different. There's blackstrap molasses, which is the realies. See, I didn't think you'd like molasses because it's too strong.
It's
Well,
yeah.
well, you
It's
don't
like
eat
strong syrup.
You don't a spoonful of it. It's an ingredient amongst other things.
Some people use it in lieu of syrup on things.
Ew.
They'll drizzle molasses on their pancakes or on cereals or whatever. I find it a little. Oh, and the brand of molasses that you buy in the grocery store
has a rabbit on it.
It's Brer Rabbit.
Yeah,
Brer Rabbit molasses. So I
insist on Brer Rabbit molasses.
I don't
when
think,
buying molasses.
I don't think we can go into the whole reason that why Brer Rabbit might be on the.
Ask your grandpa about Song of the South, kids.
Yeah, or when you go to Disneyland, what is it? Big Thunder
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain is full of characters that Disney no longer promotes or uses.
But they're in there.
Yeah, that ride.
But that's the only place. Your laughing place. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Your laughing place.
That's where Brer Rabbit is.
Yeah. I like that ride, actually.
Always get wet.
And it's a nice place to cool off at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, time to award round one of your boner voting.
And round one of boner voting is brought to you in part by Carbonara.
And Anime Bonsai, Utah's premier cosplay and Japanese comic culture event, returns October 20th and 22nd to the Davis Convention Center. Get your tickets in the full lineup now at animebonsai.org.
So boner candidate number one was Women Today. Donna Karen says they're just asking for it. In defending her pal Harvey Weinstein, she says that the way women dress, they're getting sexually harassed because of the way they dress.
It's not even...
Boner candidate number two. On the upside, we gave him a birthday party he'll never forget. A woman stabbing a man in the back with the cake knife at a 1-year-old's birthday party. They were fighting over the kid, I think. And boner candidate number three, she needs to learn that she must finish her milk. Little girl, 3-year-old, I think, goes missing after being sent outside for not finishing her milk. How could you dare to not finish your milk? Rachel was the winner of the boner t-shirt, and the winner, today's boner voting round one, number three, she needs to learn that she must finish her milk.
All right, that one goes forward to Boner Fight. It must face down the winner of round two, which happens at 8:20. That's when we do round two. Boner Fight happens at 9:25, and you'll find out then who is boner of the day. 7:47 right now.
So no, I didn't see the Star Wars trailer. Is
Okay.
it good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay, Carrie Jackson.
But Gina's concerned.
Captain.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Captain, my Captain, Carrie Jackson. Help me, because I watched the trailer.
Okay, here we go.
When I found you, I saw raw, untamed power.
That's Snoke.
And beyond that,
Yes.
really special.
Now we got some great shots of some new Imperial walkers there.
Yeah.
And we got some Kylo Ren, who scares me more than Vader ever did.
That's not the whole trailer?
No, there's more of it. Snoke narrating, talking about Kylo.
Something inside me has always been there.
This is Rey talking. It's Luke.
But now it's awake. And I need help.
This is her training.
Okay, wait, pause.
Pause? Okay.
We know what...
Now, she looks like she's pretty powerful with the Force.
But Luke shouldn't be training her. It's like when Obi-Wan trained him.
What? What?
What?
There was trouble.
Huh?
Well, no, then Yoda trained him and...
What?
What trouble? What was their trouble?
There was trouble when Obi-Wan tried to train him. Yoda needed to...
What
and
trouble?
Luke,
I don't recall that.
And Luke... Luke is
what?
angry and
well, it's
no,
his beard is gray
and scared.
He seems concerned more than
and
angry, really.
I still want to go back.
Surly Luke.
What's wrong with Obi?
I don't know.
I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then.
Oh, I meant Obi trained Anakin. That's what I didn't mean Luke.
Now.
So
the past died. Kill it. If you have to.
So he kills Leia.
So, well, we don't know.
That's totally what that is.
No, again, Gina, you're making the same mistake.
He's flying into the plane, and it's shot of Leia's face, and it's shot of
She
him
had a heart
face.
attack. She had a heart attack.
He's totally
Gary was
blown
there.
up her
Listen,
brain.
you're making the same mistake that all geeks do, and that is you're reading too much into the trailer. The trailers aren't put together by the director necessarily. It's the promotion company that puts them together, and they lead usually a different narrative than what the film is about.
You didn't get the vibe that he's killing his mother.
They want you to believe that. I did get that vibe, but I also know I'm being manipulated.
And they also give you the vibe that Rey is bad.
They
or
also
goes bad.
Exactly, because now there's more.
Become what you were meant to be.
This Christmas, you get TIE fighters chasing the Falcon, Chewie. There's one of them damn porgs.
We are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down.
You get Captain Phasma fighting.
Which looks cool.
Fighting Finn.
Not going to go the way you think.
Yeah? It's not going to go the way you think.
Yeah, it's
Well, it never does.
You get a lot of battles, it looks like, and Snoke, and then Rey.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
And then they cut to Kylo Ren. Again, you're being manipulated.
Okay, what if Kylo turns good and she turns bad? Did you ever think about that?
That's not going to happen.
How do you know?
If anything, Kylo will be redeemed. This is just me thinking. This is just me. I think Kylo will be redeemed at the end of the next movie. Not this one, but the next one.
Just don't.
They're purposely getting you excited about this movie.
Well, it worked.
And again, you're falling for that editing trick. See?
Well, what trick won't she fall for?
Was there any other concerns that you had that I can?
Those are pretty big concerns.
What?
Oh, remember Luke's training with Yoda tempted by Vader? Yeah, because he didn't get the training that he really needed. I mean, he was kind of half-assed trained to be a Jedi.
Luke
if you
just
think
seems
about it.
grumpy old Jedi.
Well,
He's
after
got arthritis and bursitis, and he's
except for that hand.
Yeah,
that hand's fine.
Yeah.
So the other thing I read, Carrie.
Yes.
So her lightsaber is
Luke's.
Why does it look white?
Well, it's a light blue.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it looks white, but it's a very light blue.
That's the trailer makers trying to throw you off.
Again.
Well, no, I'm thinking, she has a different color lightsaber.
You've been thinking about it way too much.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
well,
that
I'm
is-
not the only person that overthought the trailer yet.
Well,
I'm sure.
everybody does, and that's part of the problem. But the tickets went on sale right after that trailer debuted.
Really?
Yeah.
And it doesn't come out till Christmas.
Doesn't come out till Christmas, but the tickets went on sale right after it debuted on football last night.
It's amazing.
And yeah.
Who won that game, Gina? Sports Desk?
I saw the safety.
You saw
there was a safety. There's not a safety very often.
You don't see that very often.
Okay.
But I
was Minnesota and
the Bears.
The Bears. Minnesota won, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thanks,
calm
Sports Desk.
down.
Someone says, I loved the trailer except for the screaming guinea pig. What the hell was that? That was your Christmas gift item that all of your children will want.
Do they need it, though?
That's a porg, is what it's called. And it's like a penguin.
As long as we have
creature.
Chewie, we don't need a cute little creature.
Huh?
Well, that didn't stop the Ewoks, did it?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what... I have no idea where you come from on any of this. you just make up these rules. You make up these rules.
Do you think they need a cute little furry bird?
Sure, why not? Did you have anything against that cute little round robot? Little BB-8? We don't need that. We don't need that robot. We got two perfect...
We got R2-D2.
We got R2-D2. We don't need that. You see how you sound? We don't need that. That's not in my world. Do we need that?
Jess says, I got tickets last night because my dad hasn't missed an opening day of Star Wars.
Oh, that's cool.
Almost all the first showings were already sold out at the 3 theaters that I looked at. Yeah.
Jeez.
Do you think we'll see an emergence of the Dark Jedi? Well,
I don't know what that is.
Oh, we're going to get deep in the weeds if we go there.
Isn't that what Vader is a Dark Jedi?
Well, he's a Sith. Dark Jedi is something else.
He's a Sith head.
Again, it's not in the movies. It's something else. Again, it's deep. We're
Don't
getting
worry
deep in the weeds.
Don't worry my head about the Dark Jedi.
Don't worry about that.
No.
We need to have Lee come in and explain this to you. He's the Star Wars expert.
Well, okay, so what did he think about the trailer?
Well, I haven't talked to him yet.
You know what he did say? We don't need another Jedi. We have plenty of Jedis.
Tried to go to the website last night for Thor tickets, and they said they had to wait 52 minutes before he could access it because all of the Star Wars tickets were being sold.
Oh, and who's the director
of this?
Of which?
Yeah, Ryan somebody.
Ryan Johnson, is that who it is?
I don't know.
He tweeted yesterday. Did you see that?
No, what?
It was funny. He just said, Luke's the last Jedi.
Yes.
Like, that's all he said was.
Again.
Why is this?
Yeah.
Again, geeks have been losing their S over this title for months. And I'm like, it's pretty obvious.
I just thought it was funny that he's
Luke is
Luke's the last
Jedi.
This is not a spoiler.
No.
He's the last one. Like I said yesterday, he was standing in the Jedi line and he turned around and looked and there was nobody behind him.
I guess I'm it.
That's it. I'm the last one.
Yeah, I don't know why geeks have been losing their minds over just that title. For months. Months they've been going crazy and speculating, and I keep telling them, it's Luke, calm down. But they won't listen. They just everybody wait for the movie. Don't make a movie in your head. You'll be disappointed because the movie in your head won't be up on the screen, and you'll go, well, that's dumb.
I can't do that.
I know, right?
We don't need another furry creature.
You know what else is dumb? Traffic southbound I-15. 2 crashes 200 yards from each other near the Layton Parkway, blocking the left shoulder. So that's causing major slowage through that area. Crash southbound to eastbound Riverdale Road on the top of the I-15 overpass. Cars are off to the right shoulder. And we've got 2 crashes in Lehigh, northbound I-15, 1 mile apart from each other, causing delays in Utah County. That's traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Round 2 boner voting coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. Stand by. KXRK Provo.
X96 wants to send you to see Lincoln Park and Friends celebrate life.
I've got a show. I'll be playing Flynn in Twilight.
Light.
Lite. L-I-T-E?
L-I-T-E, yep. I'm the bully, you know.
Are you the wolf boy?
No.
You're not the wolf boy.
No, I wish. I pitched to be the guy who takes his shirt off at one point for no reason.
You love to take your shirt off.
I absolutely do.
Kind of like the Will Ferrell of this station.
Okay. But no, the show is I'm the only guy that looks like he could beat up another guy
in all of theater in Utah. So
they're all pale vegetarian.
yeah, and thin. We had plenty of people who could play the vampire type, but not very many who could play the bully. So, I'll guilt you guys into that show another time.
I'm a shed vampire.
I'm the only one who goes to your plays anymore.
Oh, I went.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And Gina may come to this one because it's a Twilight spoof.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And we all know Gina loves Twilight.
The sparkly vampires.
We got this.
Are you going to Sparkle?
I don't sparkle because I'm not a vampire.
He's a bully.
But
we do have a sparkly
going to
vampire.
sparkle?
You bet. And a Bela Lugosi vampire too.
Undead.
So like, there's this old-fashioned vampire.
Don't worry about
trying to figure out what the young vampires are.
What
I
does
don't
vampire
understand this.
You kids today.
I don't
Oh, with your
understand this.
sparkles
And you're fast running.
What is this? You can go outside.
What? Yeah. What? Can you see yourself in the mirror? That's what I want.
Look, have some wine. All right.
Guess we just sort of wrote the play, didn't we?
Is that it?
Wrote and ended.
And performed.
There you go. Kids, there's something the matter with kids today. Kids, they go and sparkle outside in the day.
There it is. Yep, little musical number. Yep.
Easy.
Desert Star Playhouse. Be there.
Does Shuttle come out tomorrow, and he'll be able to stand outside? I hate him. I miss the sun.
Oh,
Lord. You owe Carrie money now.
I know.
I used to be tan, you know this. I had a house in Palm Beach. Aw, damn. Blow this. No, that doesn't. I'll get there.
Here comes the sun. You better run, you dumb old vampire.
We get
Deedle.
we sparkle. Da 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 da. Ah, you kids.
I like the dessert bar there at the Desert Star Playhouse.
Does the old vampire carry an umbrella? He should.
No, but that is a great idea.
Okay. You owe me a dollar.
There's
and,
that
and
too.
Count Chocula.
Yes, Count
of course.
Chocula
Count
has to be in there.
Chocula's got to be there, and the Count, and
Two.
oh, that joke's in there. You know it.
Yep.
X96, radio from hell.
All right, 8:04 right now. Round 2 of the boner voting coming up at about 8:20.
Well, I was going through some old boxes.
Oh,
old boxes.
And I came across a report I wrote in the 5th grade.
A book report?
No, a career, what do I want to be when I grow up report.
Okay.
And
5th grade, so you were 12. How old are you in the 5th grade? 9?
No,
10?
no.
How old?
10, 11. 10.
Okay.
And it's a very neat
let me
handwriting.
See. Is it signed Gina Barberi?
Yes.
Okay.
Title, radio announcer.
Your cursive is very compact. It's not,
You still write that well?
No, I can't write in cursive anymore. Yeah, I was a tiny writer.
Yeah, you didn't.
Which I didn't get if you try to fill up the paper, if you have the big writing,
Exactly.
you don't have to write as much.
Are you one of those writers who put your face right down there?
Yes.
So you could write
Yes, very tiny.
Yeah.
I would like to do my report today, and I think I had to present this.
Oral report. It's an oral
yes.
report.
Yeah.
I would like to do my report today on something that is very interesting to me. That is radio! !
Now, of course, your father,
will you
Tom,
let me read?
Is a radio
Will you let me read?
guy. I was just pointing that out.
The reason I'm particularly interested in this field.
I see. Sorry.
It might come up in the report,
okay,
Bill.
Okay, sorry. I'm doing what I accuse you of doing. I'm sorry.
Is my father is a radio announcer on Call Radio in Salt Lake City.
Call Radio?
Most announcers work 5-day weeks, only 4 hours a day. My dad's shift is 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. That is what his basic salary is for. Then after he's off the air, he tapes commercials for TV and radio and gets paid extra! The sound you hear over the radio starts in the control room. In this control room, there are 3 or 4 turntables where you play all the records. All the commercials are played on taped cartridges that are played on a revolving basis.
Well, this is very informative.
Did he play records on his show?
Tom?
He did what we did, which was a disc jockey for a while.
Oh.
And then
the sounds you hear.
Yeah. What the disc jockey says goes into a microphone, then goes to an antenna on a mountain to be transmitted to your radio.
Very good.
I always love to go visit my dad while he's working because he puts me on the radio. Sometimes it's embarrassing, but I like to tape it and hear how my voice sounds.
Our blessed radio.
Hey, honey, come on in here. So, how'd you like that ice cream I bought you last night?
Radio sounds like a lot of fun, but it's also a great deal of work for the announcer.
Whoa.
They have to be totally on top of everything, so they'll continue to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to be on the air for 4 hours and still be witty and newsworthy. But with all the work, it still has a lot of super rewards. There's a lot of recognition, signing autographs, and being an entertainment personality.
So when you were with your dad, did he sign lots of autographs?
Yes. I would seriously consider being a disc jockey someday, and maybe it will put me through college. It's a field I might like to explore. Next stop, WKRP in Cincinnati.
Well, that wasn't a real radio station, you know.
Well,
Or was it a joke?
And I got a 95% and good report.
Why
from my
5%
teacher.
off?
Yeah.
Why didn't you get 100?
Well, she says, good, but you had to list your source of information as you gathered your notes, which I remember reading that going, well, my dad was the source of information.
Yeah.
Should have got 100% on that.
They're talking about us on the radio. I gotta call my mom.
Let's find that teacher. I want this revised. I want you to get 100% on that.
think I
Who is
should've.
that?
Yeah.
Who is that
Who's
teacher?
your teacher?
She's still around?
Mrs. Price.
Is she still around?
Let's find her.
Let's find her and make her revise this. I'm not kidding. I want this revised.
I think you should have gotten 100.
If she's still working, I want you to petition to have that grade revised.
Because I had a source.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A smaller market with less temptation and fewer opportunities might be just what you need.
Well,
I think I nailed the job pretty well.
I think so, yeah.
You got it all exactly right, except for the autograph part. I never sign any autographs.
Yeah, you do. You
Seldom.
sign people's books.
Oh,
all the time. People bring you books.
But
to
you made it
sign.
sound as though people were always crowding around your father,
well,
asking for autographs.
You're not Tom Barbera.
No, I am sure not.
There's an old saying in radio, we've got 3 hours to fill, keep talking.
That's exactly right, which is what we're doing right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, he went up to the Ute game, my dad.
This past Saturday?
Yeah, he had a friend that had a golf cart and drove him around tailgating, and on the golf cart it said Godfather of Tailgating on it.
Oh.
And I saw on social media a bunch of people taking pictures with my dad, excited that because he hadn't been to tailgating.
Just think about it. Someday that could be you.
want
Unable
it.
to walk in a golf cart,
I want
being
it now.
driven around.
Richie, get me a golf cart.
The daughter of the godfather of tailgating. That'll be you.
The voice of the world, the sound with the beat, the sound that sets you tapping your feet. Radio, the sound of year-round pleasure.
Now, if Mrs. Price, the teacher, I'm serious about this. What school was this? St. Joe?
St. Joe's.
If she's still teaching there,
Find
I want to
out.
get her on the phone and see if we can get her to revise this grade.
Yes.
I want you to state your case and say, this is what kept me from finishing college.
This
95%.
95%.
I love you, radio.
Yes, Dylan Allred, child of a radio personality.
I wrote almost the exact opposite paper.
The opposite paper.
But it read the exact same way. Just different question at the beginning. Name a job you would never want to have. My dad.
No one
except for
listens
my-
to the radio.
my
Podcasts are great.
penmanship.
Radio's boring.
My penmanship wasn't as good. So
No.
that's really the only difference between you and me there.
Yeah.
Never, ever go into radio.
Nope.
No,
Did people stop your dad for autographs when you were with him when you were young?
No.
No.
No. But you can tell, though, her idea of leaving right at 10 started at a young age.
Yeah, that's true.
She was programmed by her dad.
I learned it
to her
from
floor and out
watching
the door
him.
right there. There it was. That's when it started.
I just want to say I listen to your show all the time, and I really, really hate you.
See? It's a wonderful business. Radio.
Oh, it's so great.
You idiot! We're live!
So.
Listen to our radio.
Let's see. Okay, we got round 2 of the boner votes coming up.
We do. Here are the candidates, as a matter of fact. Boner candidate number 1 for round 2, Jesus commanded me. Number 2, that's not your boyfriend's car. And number 3, the watermelon was a bad call.
Yeah, well, good luck in radio.
Let's see. Traffic, excuse me.
Oh, it's the 4th crash on northbound I-15 in Lehigh, and the second one is in the exact same spot that the first one was. Crash northbound I-15, milepost 279. Just nasty there. More crashes, I-15 southbound drivers. There's 2 about 200 yards from each other on Layton Parkway off to the left shoulder. Not sure what's happening this morning, but repeat accidents in 2 separate incidents. So that's traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, Boner round 2, big boy news, opinioendo, all coming up. Stand by for that. Alpine plastic surgery.
Well, yeah, you need some. If you are in radio, you don't necessarily need plastic surgery because they don't see your face. Oh well, but you have to make public appearances, so you should see Dr. Randall.
No,
Barnett.
you should only go to Dr. Randall Barnett if something is bothering you personally, something you've always wanted to
have fixed,
to tweak,
changed.
And maybe you're not quite sure how to go about that or what it is you want done. That's what the free consultation with Alpine Plastic Surgery is good for. You'll meet with Dr. Barnett. Maybe you'll say, I've been thinking about a breast augmentation, and you'll say, I was thinking this big, and he'll say, no. And he'll get out a tape measure, and he'll say, your hips are this wide, your waist is this wide.
This is how big
keep you in proportion.
Yeah.
And he's a board-certified plastic surgeon.
Or maybe you have a scar that you don't like.
I had that fixed on my stomach, and he put my navel right back where it belongs. And you can see videos of Dr. Barnett discussing a lot of the procedures if you go to their website. Call them for a free consultation. It's 801-689-3500 or alpineplasticsurgery.com.
X96 is your home for non-stop music. We give you a 1-hour non-stop music.
I thought we could do this for an X poll sometime, but I'll bring it up now just since we're talking about it. Festus came home last night. He's like, Mom, this is an exciting day.
Mom.
I said, what? He's like, Mom. I got my first rider. Rider is...
That's a backstage conditions.
What things you want backstage, like...
No brown M&Ms!
Yeah, like Mariah Carey has to have, peach-colored roses in her room. And I said, so what did you ask for? And he said, Red Bull. I said, that's it? That's all you asked for?
I told you can't have Red Bull.
I said, you don't even drink Red Bull. He's like, well, I didn't know what to ask for. I'm like, you can ask for... He thought that's what you're supposed to ask for.
Gina, that's what he told you he asked for. What he asked for was, I'd like an e-cigarette, some e-cigarettes, and some weed, and a lot of vodka.
But I thought it'd be a fun expo sometime to do. What would you put in your rider? What would
my backstage rider?
Yeah, like I have to have all white towels with scented rose water. I mean, those are the kind of things people ask for. Why what?
Why would you put all white towels with scented rose water?
Those are the kind of things people ask for.
Yeah, but why?
Because you can.
I wouldn't.
Of course you would.
I would put I don't think I would just say I would like it to be clean and orderly and maybe a fruit tray.
But maybe we do that for an expo, see what people would want for their backstage.
The guy who has to have it stapled precisely in the top left corner on an angle and not flat would really think that he would just want things in an orderly way?
Richie, are the pages ever stapled correctly? No. And when was the last time I ever said anything about it?
Okay.
When was the last time I ever said anything about how they were stapled?
No, but here's the point.
I once commented...
You like things a certain way.
Well,
so
sure.
if you have a rider, you would say, I like things stapled this way. You'd spell it all out.
So entertain it. Has fun with
because when he's doing the news live on stage, he will need it prepared backstage for it.
Yeah.
It's got to be done a certain way.
I give up. I would not do it. I've given up on that sort of thing.
I agree.
I've given up on that sort of thing because I know that the people who work behind the scenes are mostly clods. Take that how you will.
was the longest running morning show in Utah. That doesn't necessarily mean it's good, but, I mean, come on. You know, we'll take what we can get. X96.
All right, it's 8:20. Time now for round 2 of your boner voting. These are 3 news stories that are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you have to listen to all 3 and then carefully decide which one of these 3 candidates is the worst. Which one of these deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. It's got a 50-50 chance if it wins here. Doesn't make it boner of the day yet. It has to go to boner fight at 9:25. So we'll give you 2 candidates now, then a 3rd candidate after the big boy news. And once you've heard all 3, you'll vote because
you get a highly coveted,
okay,
limited edition, no longer available.
When they're gone, they're gone.
Because the radio show is gone.
Lexi and Banks mug.
We found a bunch of these in the back room.
We don't have mugs.
We don't. No.
They have mugs.
No, we don't want mugs. I've noticed that when you get if you're a morning show that gets a mug, get your name on a mug, you end up not being a morning show after a while.
Yep.
So no mugs for us. All right, here's a boner candidate number 1. Jesus commanded me. Leesburg, Florida. A woman arrested Thursday after she tailgated a deputy.
There she is.
And then told him that Jesus had commanded her to do it.
Well, you can't ignore Jesus.
That's right. Lake County deputy was driving his patrol car when he noticed a beige Volkswagen within inches of his bumper, according to the arrest report. The deputy made a right turn and got into the far left lane of U.S. Highway 441 when he again noticed the same car tailgating him within inches of his bumper again. The report said the Volkswagen then went into the center lane, where the woman behind the wheel began staring at the deputy. The affidavit states that the woman swerved in the deputy's direction 2 or 3 times, almost causing the 2 cars to crash. The deputy pulled over 52-year-old Kristen Betts and said, "Why are you driving like this?" And Ms. Betts said, "Because I was praying for you and your salvation." When asked the question again, she replied, "Jesus has commanded me to." Jesus did not help Ms. Betts when she was arrested and charged with reckless driving and booked into the Lake County Jail. Boner candidate number 1, Jesus commanded me. Boner candidate number 2, that's not your boyfriend's car. A woman trashed her cheating boyfriend's car in a drunken rage, only to discover, nope, not the right car.
Uh-oh.
There she is.
Christine.
X96.com/live.
Christine Ann Potton tore off the rear windshield wiper, tore off door trim, kicked off the driver's mirror.
I bet it felt good, though.
This is at 1 a.m.
Probably.
Trying to do as much damage as she could to this car at 1 o'clock in the morning, when a resident, awakened by the commotion, opened his window and shouted out, "Hey, that's not your boyfriend's car." Ms. Potton staggered back home but left a trail of blood spots after cutting herself on the attacked silver Peugeot 307.
Now, I'm just curious, was her boyfriend's car also a silver Peugeot?
I don't know.
Or was
Must
it
have been.
completely
that doesn't
different
sound
car?
Police were called. She answered the door. Her fingers were dripping with blood, and she said to the cops, "I'm a naughty girl, aren't I?" She was arrested, ordered to pay $442 compensation to the car's real owner before she was due to drive away for a family holiday. They said, well, if you pay the right, to fix the car, then. And I'm trying to look and see if it says. She said she thought her partner's car was outside, but it was at a total address. She'd gotten the wrong address, but apparently the cars were quite similar in appearance. But she went to the wrong address and said, "Yep, there it is. That's the car." And
Can I go do it to that car now?
Yeah. Boner candidate number 2. That's not your boyfriend's car. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. The watermelon was a bad call.
All right. Boner candidate number 3 after this here big boy news and Opinnuendo. Brought to you by.
If you're looking for some giggle juice, Prohibition has you covered with the most refined cocktails and cuisine in town. Open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. for lunch, brunch on Sundays. Go to prohibitionutah.com.
I'm still not convinced this is real. I thought this was made up. But there are some headlines here in the Trump era that just perfectly capture the times we live in.
You can't, it's hard to tell sometimes.
Well, so the headline is, President challenges his own Secretary of State to IQ test.
There's video. Do you want?
There is?
Yeah.
Certainly
Certainly
the kind of thing you wouldn't see on the front page of newspapers at any other time in any other place. No, this is the distinct privilege of living in the United States of America in 2017, because according to Forbes, which put together a cover story on Donald Trump this week, this is what you can expect to discuss with the President of the United States. He counterpunches, in this case firing a shot at Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, who reportedly called his boss a moron. I think that is fake news, but if he did that, I guess we'll just have to compare IQ tests, and I can tell you who's going to win, the president said.
I'm speaking with myself, number one, because I have a very good brain, and I've said a lot of things.
For the sake of clarity, further reporting indicates that the president's Secretary of State called him a effing moron.
Yes.
So it's what you might call a breakdown of their working relationship, I guess. Hasn't exactly come out of nowhere. Tillerson working behind the scenes, of course, to try and get some rapprochement with North Korea, and the president publicly calling him out and saying, well, he's wasting his time. Nothing will work like that. He should just leave it alone. I guess we'll have to compare IQ tests. And I can tell you.
There's audio of it.
Okay, well, their quote is here. I can tell you who's going to win.
Authoritarian rule.
I'm stunned. I really am. The EPA, this is even more stunning. The Trump administration announced yesterday that it will take formal steps to repeal President Barack Obama's signature policy to curb greenhouse gas emissions from power plants, setting up a bitter fight over the future of America's efforts to tackle global warming. At an event in eastern Kentucky, Scott Pruitt, the head of the Environmental Protection Agency, said that his predecessors had departed from regulatory norms in crafting the Clean Power Plan, which was finalized in 2015 and would have pushed states to move away from coal in favor of sources of electricity that produce fewer carbon emissions. The war on coal is over, Mr. Pruitt announced. They've also said that it's perfectly acceptable at coal mines for them to dump slurry and waste into streams and rivers.
Jesus, every day.
Yeah.
Every day there is
Yeah.
something.
I know.
You can't, there's not a calm day.
No, it's okay now. They put the Obama administration did because there were lax regulations. The coal mines were putting all this slurry and crap into the into rivers,
into water.
Yeah,
that we drink.
But so the Obama administration says we've got to.
It's anti-business.
Clean that up.
Clean water is anti.
Well, the coal. I don't care what you do. Coal is never going to make a big comeback.
No.
The Trump White House. It's like a reality show. In a time of several threatening international crises, an explosive exchange came out of the Trump White House yesterday. The target was a former wife.
Oh, boy.
Melania Trump's East Wing lashed out at President Trump's first wife, Ivana, for referring to herself as, now apparently she was joking.
There's audio of this.
She said, she said she was joking. She said, was the first lady.
Here we go.
How often do you two talk? Talk about once every 14 days. I have the direct number to the White House, but I don't really want to call him there because Melania is there, and I don't want to cause any kind of jealousy or something like that because I'm basically first Trump wife, okay? I'm first lady, okay?
It's a joke.
Yeah. Ivana Trump, the mother of Trump's 3 oldest children, and the wife who's divorced from Mr. Trump elevated him to a constant tabloid fixture, was promoting her new memoir during an interview that aired on Good Morning America when she said she had a direct number to the White House, as you heard there, and she called the president every couple of weeks. She joked, but Melania, who I've always thought, as I've looked at her and listened to her speak, I've always thought this woman has a great sense of humor. I'll bet I've always thought this
like
woman.
super good fun.
I'll bet you get a couple of pops in her. She's just great to be around. But she didn't think that was funny. Mrs. Trump has made the White House a home for Barron and the president. She loves living in Washington, D.C., is honored by her role as First Lady of the United States. I'm the First Lady. I am.
I told my husband last night, I think I need to go talk to somebody.
I think you do, too.
No, I'm being completely serious.
And I'm being completely serious as well. I think you do.
Because this is making me crazy, but part of why it's making me crazy is because I talk about it here every day. So I said, why would me going and talking about it more with somebody else make me feel better? But we had this serious conversation last night.
Well, then you should.
I have anxiety about all this.
Well, then you should.
Like Carrie just started screaming every day with these people.
Well, every day there's something. Yeah. And there's usually 2 things a day.
And I seriously, I need to figure out a way to feel better about all this. And I'm worried that going and talking to somebody is just going to be me talking about it more and make me more agitated.
No, do it.
Well, that's why you need to, when you find somebody to talk to, say, here's what I need. Or I don't want to just talk about it because it'll make me more angry. I need you to help me find a way to be calm about it.
I suggest alcohol. I'm
being serious.
I am too.
I need to find a way to not let this make my head spin every day.
When Michelle Kafusi went to Provo City Hall to file to run for mayor of Provo in June, a city official said, "Hey, you're the first woman, I think the first woman to ever run for mayor of Provo in the city's history." I didn't believe them, she said. I knew that in the city office there was a wall with all the mayor's pictures from the beginning of time since we first had a mayor in Provo. So I went and found the wall, and sure enough, all men. I'm like, wow, now I'm in even more. That makes me want to win even more. Recent Salt Lake Tribune data analysis found that women's representation across Utah County is the lowest on the Wasatch Front because they know their place and they stay at home with the children. No? What?
Sorry, Dr. Torres is just messaging me.
So Gina's now going to do something else.
No. She says political anxiety is an actual diagnosis.
Yeah.
You should go talk to somebody.
Go talk to somebody. But don't... our insurance won't pay for it, just so you know.
Listen, I'm going to have to go talk to somebody if they elect a woman mayor in Provo. That's what I can't believe that would happen.
So it is the first mayor?
She's the
first woman who's run for mayor.
She is the first woman to she's certainly, if she wins, would be the first woman mayor, and they think she is the first woman to ever run for mayor.
I know nothing about her politics, but vote for her anyway.
Let's see, what does it say if she's a Democrat, or it doesn't say.
Yeah.
It just says she's running for, and that's a nonpartisan office, although,
it's always partisan.
Yeah. You know that researchers at Stanford University tried to invent a gaydar machine.
What?
Yeah. Come on, Gina. Isn't?
No. Too far gone.
Or are you just gonna stay over there and do something else during the show?
Yes. Well, I have gaydar.
Michael Kosinski felt that he had good reason to teach a machine to detect sexual orientation. An Israeli startup had started hawking a service that predicted terrorist proclivities based on facial analysis. Chinese companies were developing facial recognition software not only to catch known criminals, but to help the government predict who might break the law next. Like that Tom Cruise movie. What's that? Future
Minority Report.
Minority Report,
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a pretty good movie that gets left out of...
Oh, I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, it gets left out of Steven Spielberg lists of movies. All around Silicon Valley, where Dr. Kosinski works as a professor at Stanford Graduate School of Business, entrepreneurs were talking about facial recognition. He thought, well, why don't we use it to see if we can determine who is gay or not? First, he wanted to say, maybe we can figure out who's an atheist by facial recognition.
What?
He considered that. But then he said, no, let's do sexual orientation. Whether he has now created AI, that is artificial intelligence gaydar, and whether that's even an ethical line of inquiry has been hotly debated over the past several weeks since a draft of his study was posted online. Presented with photos of gay men and straight men, a computer program was able to determine which of the two was gay with 81% accuracy, according to the doctor. So they put two men side by side, and it's asked the computer, which one of these men is gay? The computer would make its choice. It was 81% accurate.
I question this.
Well, I question it from the standpoint of why do it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what's the purpose?
I don't care for the implications.
No.
Because then we can do what with this information?
Yeah. And I think he did it as a matter of just as an exercise in what can you use facial recognition for.
He's gay. I've got what they call gaydar.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. And let's see. Oh, Jennifer Lopez's Manhattan townhouse is up for sale. If you're interested,
How much?
It's 20. Well, she paid $28 million for it.
Okay.
It's an 8-acre compound. Oh, this is in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different.
Yeah. Let's see. She's planning. I guess she's planning. Oh, she has a Manhattan home too. It's her in New York City. It's
I was going to say, she doesn't have 8 acres in New York City.
But it's so the one in New York is a bit more modest by comparison, though. It has 4 bedrooms, 6 full baths, 2 powder rooms, 6,540 square feet on the building's 5th and 6th floors. There are 4 terraces in her Manhattan home, 24-hour door service, and a private keyed elevator and vestibule. I don't know what that thing is worth, but man. So you want to buy her L.A. place, she's selling that. She bought it for $28 million, so she's probably selling it for a little bit more than that. And good news, James Wood says, listen, people who've been saying that I'm retiring, they're not. I am not retiring. I'm still going to be acting. He said the reports of my retirement are greatly exaggerated because there had been a bunch of news stories saying he decided he was leaving filmmaking. Nope, I'm not.
All right. Weather, traffic?
Weather, it'll be warm today. It's chilly this morning, so take a jacket. And then later you'll say, what am I going to do with this? It's 68 degrees. I don't need this. Weather brought to you by Snowbird's annual Oktoberfest. Escape for the whole weekend with the Oktoberfest getaway package, lodging, daily breakfast, all-day activity pass, $105 per person per night. Get all the details at snowbird.com. We've just had a mess and a repeated mess in a couple of different places this morning. The 4th crash on northbound I-15 in Lehigh. The second one in the exact same spot, northbound I-15, milepost 279. More crashes for southbound drivers through Layton Parkway. I thought I saw a friend of the program saying that those are backing people all the way up to Roy. Yeah, accidents in Layton causing slowage all the way to Roy. So lots of issues this morning. Sorry about that. That's true.
All right, here's boner candidate number 3. The watermelon was a bad call. It's a tradition at one Detroit firehouse for new firefighters to introduce themselves with a gift for their colleagues. But one man's choice of gift apparently got him fired, according to WJBK. Instead of the usual gift of donuts, that's what they always do.
Yeah.
41-year-old probationary firefighter Robert Patterson decided to greet his fellow Engine 55 firefighters, most of whom are black, with a large watermelon topped with a pink ribbon. Several of the African-American firefighters were reportedly offended by this, which a watermelon, of course, has been used as a racist symbol dating back to the slavery era. When you get your first detail at a firehouse, you pretty much know what you're getting yourself into, said Engine 55 firefighter Patrick Trout. So you would have to say that giving those guys a watermelon was probably a really bad call. Now, Mr. Patterson said, I didn't mean to offend anybody. And he claimed that it wasn't even supposed to be a joke. No, it wasn't even a joke. So you just thought they'd like watermelon instead of donuts, right? Is that
tone deaf
you're
there.
saying?
Yeah.
No, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He's been fired for
All right.
that. Yeah.
That's boner candidate number 3.
The watermelon was a bad call.
Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Number 1, boner candidate number 1, Jesus commanded me. Florida woman saying that's why she was tailgating a deputy in Florida following him so close and then swerving, trying to hit his car because Jesus told her to do it. Boner candidate number 2, that's not your boyfriend's car. Woman destroying a car she thought belonged to her cheating boyfriend. That car was actually miles away at another address. And boner candidate number 3, the watermelon was a bad call.
All right, let's vote. Here we go. This is round 2. You've got to decide which of these 3 candidates is the worst and therefore most qualified to go forward to Boner Fight and possibly become Boner of the Day. All right, 1, 2, or 3. Remember the candidate number? Put the candidate number in the message of the text and send that text to 33986. You can call, use your voice, 877-602-9696. I think Nick's taking votes today. Yep. Go to x96.com and vote there. A lot of people do that. Just look for the box. This is round 2, October 10. If you don't see that box, refresh. It should appear. All right, 300 seconds. Let's go. It's round 2.
The music starts at 10 with a 1-hour nonstop music wingding on X9.
Now, I got this email from Marianne Daly, and it says, Hi, Bill, longtime friend of the program. Listen and love the show. Nothing makes me my morning better. I work from home, so I always have the radio on, and more often than not, find myself laughing really hard out loud, of course. I identify with you most of the time of the 3. So it says, anyway, Marianne goes on to say, I'm writing lately due to the interns. I really enjoyed the interview you did with Matt. What a smart, charming, and funny man.
I didn't know I was on the webcam.
She didn't say anything about the way you looked at this point. Smart, charming, and funny. Shows real interest in radio. He's one to keep around.
Really?
Keeper.
Oh, and he brought you Patron Silver. He rocks. He also has that radio voice. Forget that Guthrie guy. Oh no, it says Gumthrie.
Gunthrie?
Yeah, forget Gumthrie.
That's Guthrie's evil twin. Yeah.
Sorry, he just didn't do anything for me. And try to work it out so that Matt has some more radio time.
Ooh.
That would be sweet.
Matt, you are so cute.
I know.
And funny.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thanks, Marianne.
Wow.
Now, I just wonder if this would change Marianne's opinion at all. This is an email that I got from Matt.
From this Matt?
Yeah.
Wait, which? Oh, was this the one I sent on Monday?
I suppose so.
When you weren't here?
Yeah. Today, says Matt. It says, subject, hello, my name is Matt Timian, and I know how to offend the CEO of Simmons like no other. Today I wore a T-shirt that says Godweiser on the front, and this blood's for you on the back. Of course it's a parody shirt.
Of course.
Oh, really?
No.
And it was meant to be serious and worn by Christians. I often find gems like these and wear them as a parody of a parody. Witty and original, I know. Anyway, the CEO of Simmons... I suppose he means Craig Hansen?
Yes,
it was Craig.
Craig was walking by me in the hallway with another gentleman in a suit, and after walking past me, they both stopped, turned around, and looked at my shirt. I pretended not to notice.
He looked at the ceiling.
I then heard them say, we have some really interesting people working here. They continued to mumble about how interesting I am, and then walked up the stairs.
You're making it sound a lot more positive than it really was.
Yes, I'm not taking it as positive at all. Yes, I know how to make an impression. Now I'm certain to get a job. Matt Timian. So, Marianne, there's just more evidence.
It's probably making her more hot for him.
Probably is.
Well,
here's Marianne's email, Matt, if you'd like to
thank
contact
you.
her.
That would be great.
Maybe she could help you with the crock pots and the little smokies.
Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Matt Timian,
our
intern.
Him and Marianne.
Matt and Marianne.
How nice.
I don't know. He's 2 divorces down already. I don't.
Well, if I could counsel Matt on anything, I'd just say don't do it again. Don't get married again.
Date all you want.
Date all you want. Have a girlfriend, but don't marry again.
I don't trust Matt as far as I can throw him.
Really?
I think you should try to throw him.
I can't throw him. I can throw him an inch. That's how much I trust him.
Oh, I'm sure you can do more than an inch.
2 inches, maybe. I just can't. I'm kind of weak. You should know that about me. I'm weak.
I just thought you meant more.
Radio from Hell on X96.
8:47, time to award round 2 of your boner voting.
And round 2 of the boner voting brought to you in part by, let's see, I had a martini.
Nice.
An Anime Bonsai, Utah's premier cosplay and Japanese comic culture event, returns October 20th through the 22nd at the Davis Convention Center. Get your tickets and full lineup at animebonsai.org.
I understand. I had the martini with my dinner because I heard that when you get a flu shot, if you have a martini, it just helps it work better.
I don't
know if that's true.
I don't think that's a real.
I don't know if it's true, but I enjoyed the martini. So we had boner candidate number 1. Jesus commanded me. That's the woman tailgating the police officer in Florida. And why? Why was she doing that? Well, she said Jesus told her to do it. Boner candidate number 2, that's not your boyfriend's car. Woman destroying a car that she thought belonged to her cheating boyfriend, but no, his car was actually parked miles away at another address. She got the address wrong. She got the wrong car. She will have to make restitution. And boner candidate number 3, the watermelon was a bad call. The firefighter fired after bringing a watermelon as a gift to a Detroit firehouse. If you saw the picture of the watermelon at x96.com/live, it was a rather remarkable watermelon.
I was impressed.
It was big, and it had a pink bow on it. Russell won a Lexi and Banks mug from us. He's so lucky. And the voting was close, kind of grouped together, but the ultimate winner, boner candidate number 2, that's not your boyfriend's car.
All right, that candidate will now go forward to Boner Dome for Boner Fight. It will face off against the winner of round 1. One of those 2 boner candidates will become Boner of the Day. That will be decided at 9:25.
I saw this headline today, and I feel bad for Richie because I know...
Sad news?
What?
I know he has dreams.
Well, if we're talking about world record holder, I actually am a world record holder in the book of Guinness.
What record do you hold there?
I am spooner number 1 in the world's longest human spooning chain. I was the number 1 spooner in that chain.
And you were the one who started it, right?
I did.
No.
Yep.
Now,
Did
by
it
that,
3 years in a row.
are you being spooned, number one, or
So
you are the
if you
spooner?
are the first
That's my
to
question.
be spooned, I am only spooned. I am not spooning.
You are spooned by, and how long was the line?
The first year it was 93 people.
93 people are spooning you, essentially.
The second year it was 176 people, and the
Wow.
third year it was 271 people.
You'll never relive that former glory.
No.
Now, are you the first one because nobody wants to be in front of you?
There was some speculation that that's why no one was in front of me.
Yeah.
But I like to just say, because I was the one that came up with it, I should be at the head.
Well, so you have a record, but this
Mm-hmm.
is a record you would like to hold as well.
I don't know what this is. What is it?
Jason Ritter, who's John Ritter's
Yeah, he's
kid.
on a new TV show.
It's called Kevin Probably Saves the World.
Yeah, that's okay.
Which is kind of one of those, I know the future, but it's funny, but...
Yeah. Angels are involved somehow.
Yeah.
So it's not Kevin Can Wait.
No, he
that's a different
probably
show.
saves the world. He went on The View to break the Guinness World Record for most hugs in a minute.
Okay.
Most hugs in one
Well, I would never break that record because I like just one
You
for an
linger.
entire minute.
You linger more than a minute sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's a lingerer.
Now, this is what I find interesting, that Guinness has, what is a hug?
Mm-hmm.
What constitutes an official
You have to have ground rules.
You've got to
hug.
define it, yes.
For the hug to count,
Yeah.
arms had to go around torsos and connect.
Torsos.
So
no fat people.
Okay.
So no like
Yeah, if you have a big
just holding the
tummy.
side or
How
they
many
have to
did he
go-
get?
Let's see.
See, I don't hug around the torso. I hug around the shoulders.
See, that wouldn't count.
So that wouldn't work.
See, and I'm the interchangeable X or the up and under.
Up and under.
Yeah.
And don't forget the chloroform rag.
Oh yeah. That's a whole
forget
different
that.
kind of hug I do.
But I like this because he said to the audience there, he said, I need my huggers.
Mm-hmm. Where are my huggers at?
Line up my huggers. Now the original record was 79.
Oh my gosh.
But really, if somebody has a big stomach, you couldn't do it, right? Somebody trying to hug you, you couldn't reach all the way around.
70 in how long? Was there a
A
time?
minute.
In a minute. 79 in a minute?
That
Now
seems really
that was
amazing.
That was the record. He beat the record with 100 people.
How do
He hugged 100 people in a minute.
Well, I guess there's video of it.
Yeah, there is. It was on The View. So
That doesn't seem possible.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Was it The View or Ellen?
it was The View.
Okay.
Well, and I have.
But you're right, Richie. I didn't think about that aspect. If you don't like the quick hug,
No.
you like the long. Nobody has ever stopped hugging Richie last.
Huh?
Like ending the hug. You know how one of you usually goes, and we're done. And
No, I'm the one who decides when it's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
everybody that's ever hugged Richie is done with it way before.
It's more like a wrestling hold than a hug.
No, it's
really.
gentle.
It's
more like assault.
Yeah,
It's assault.
That's kind of what I'm.
No,
Yeah.
assault makes it sound like it's like forceful. It's not.
Well,
it's
I'm not. You're not
You can't
allowing
get
me to
away.
go,
Yeah.
right?
You're Carrie. Don't
Because
try
there's a
and kid
point where
people like
you
you and I hug.
There's a point where you sort of relax, like, okay, I'm out of this hug, but you're not quite done yet.
There's the point when Richie comes to hug me that I'm out of it before he gets there.
Yeah. He'll just puts up both
Stop.
hands.
Don't. No.
And you
no.
ditch him?
And, I have more bad news for Richie.
Uh-oh.
The most people spooning is 1,108, and it was achieved by the Australian Medical Students Association at the Southport Sharks AFL Club in Gold Coast, Queensland, on July 10th of 2013.
How dare they?
Now, is that
They beat your record?
Yeah.
That is in the
that's
Guinness.
that is a Guinness record. Okay.
Yes.
1,000
Oh.
what?
It is 1,108.
Okay.
And how many did you have?
Well, 271 the
Oh.
last year.
Boy.
So they've
Okay.
up.
Well, I think there's a challenge.
I clearly have my work cut out for me.
You sure do.
Well, and as soon as you get that morning show of yours.
Is there the world's longest hug, Gina? I'm sure there is.
Well, it's still going on. I'm
Yeah.
probably. I don't know.
I bet I could
You want
do
to try
something.
try for
I
that?
could do the world's longest hug. The world's longest kiss would be uncomfortable, but the world's longest hug, I think, going into days, I could probably do it.
Gee, that'd be great.
You know, no, I mean with the hug. Oh, go ahead.
June 13th, 2010.
That's my birthday, so this is like it's meant to be.
Ron O'Neill and Teresa Kerr of Canada.
Uh-huh.
Their embrace was achieved and lasted 24 hours, 33 minutes.
Oh, I could do that.
Now, you can't go to sleep. This
That's
isn't
fine.
like sleeping hugging.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should go for that one.
Okay, 24 hours.
Now, I don't know who you find to
No one.
do that with.
I'll just find.
Is it? Can you use one of those sex dolls?
No, it's
No,
got
it
to
has
be
to
an
be a person.
actual human person.
Well, is there a record for how long somebody's hugged of an inflatable? A sex
be.
doll?
Could be.
Might want to check that out.
No,
I'm not Googling human sex doll hug.
The science though behind the longer hug. You guys have read that, right? The science.
yeah.
What do you mean the science behind
There's
it?
science behind if you are able to be embraced by someone for more than, I think it's 10 seconds or 20 seconds, that it is a scientific like release.
Endorphin
release and
makes you feel better.
Makes
in
you
general.
feel better.
Well, it depends on who's doing the long.
No, it doesn't. It's science,
No,
Gina.
it
No,
kind
it
of-
doesn't. You can't have
Well, then
science sometimes and
you
not
should just-
other times.
Then you would then if that were the case, then you would just have hugging machines. I need to feel better. I'm going to go get in the hugging machine.
No.
Oh, do you know what they have that I want? That's like a hug.
Huh,
Seriously, the gravity blanket.
What?
Have you seen the?
No.
Dylan knows what I'm talking about.
What? So it's a heavy blanket. It's a blanket with weights in it that's heavy on your body.
Yeah, and it feels
Well,
like.
why don't you just sleep under a board?
No, I want one.
Tell you what, I'll get some cinder blocks.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's not the same thing.
Come on. All right.
It's like a
Richie.
Gravity
It
blanket.
is. I
my
want
ass.
one.
Richie,
You know, 'cause
go.
I want it because my other blankets float away.
Go hug yourself. All right. Thank you.
Somebody get me a gravity blanket for my birthday.
Tired of getting my blankets off the ceiling.
Let's see. Expect delays on the front runner. 30-minute delays southbound from South Jordan to Provo. This is due to mechanical issues. And issues northbound I-15 in Lehigh this morning. A couple of crashes there. And southbound I-15 through Layton, Davis County. A bunch of accidents in the same place that were causing issues all morning long. That's traffic.
My wife wants a gravity blanket.
Doesn't that sound good, Sue?
What for? Why?
It feels like a hug. It's just they said it's a 15-pound blanket.
Why don't you
So
just
it's
have your
a
husband
heavy-
lay on you?
Yeah, I'll lay on top of you. Not you. I'm talking to my
Your
wife.
wife.
Yeah. Just
All right.
lay on me, honey.
Well, order one. Let's see what
want
it
a
is.
gravity blanket.
All right, so we're going to take a break. Tuesday Tunes with Todd, allegedly.
My guess is you couldn't get out of it.
I'd be stuck.
Get out from under my blanket.
Help. Help. KXRK Provo.
X96 wants to send you to see Lincoln Park and Friends celebrate life in honor of Chester Bennington in Hollywood. This concert is officially sold out, but you can get qualified.
The Radio from Hell radio players.
Sex. Boom. There, I said it.
You did it. Good for you. I love how you snicker and can't say that word with a straight face.
I didn't snicker. All I'm saying is our relationship expert is in the studio. And I made a breakthrough, didn't I? Didn't I?
What was it?
I said sex over the public airwaves.
Oh, by the way, I did get your email with all your questions. We're going to go through them one by one tonight.
All right, thanks for throwing me under the bus.
It's all good, brother. Big Daddy's here.
The birds and the bees. It's a conversation that is a famous in culture.
Oh yeah, critical.
What actual percentage would you say from your experience as a relationship coach, what percentage of families actually have this conversation with their kids?
You know, my gut would tell me 35%.
Really? See, I would have put it somewhere around like 5, 10.
Well, I don't know, you think, but I don't know that they do a great job about it.
You know there's things we don't talk about, kids.
Right.
One of them is the birds and the bees.
I think we're getting to a day and age when more and more of it is happening. There are some great statistics about, teenage sex and things like that. And, those numbers are dropping, not doing it as much as they used to, amazingly.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that nationwide or just in Utah?
Nationwide.
Okay.
And, in fact, I'm looking for those as we're talking. I think what we're starting to see is, for example, younger adolescents, so younger than 15 years of age, are delaying sexual intercourse by a great number. In fact, here's some examples, some other statistics. Ages 12 to 19-year-olds report parents are their greatest influence regarding sexual decision-making and values.
Okay.
37% say their parents were the most important key as opposed to their friends, 33%, siblings 5%, and the media. So parents, it's a critical thing that you talk to your kids. 94% of adolescents and 91% of, it's 94% of adolescents and 91% of parents believe that adolescents should be advised that they should not have sex before completing high school.
That's interesting because, for the most part, not the most part, but a lot of parents believe that their kids aren't going to listen to them.
Oh, yeah. No.
They don't have the kind of influence over their teenagers that they wish they had. But what you're saying is...
they expect it.
So, parents, step up. I think Utah, I believe we do have a bit of stigma around this topic. Sometimes we don't want to go there. Sometimes we think it's opening up a can of worms, but I think it's completely your responsibility. And, you would let your kid go and do something dangerous, without some advice, some information.
Like rock climbing or...
Like rock climbing, right. You'd make sure they knew what was going on. You'd make sure that they...
or driving.
Right.
What the hell was that?
That was the Radio from Hell radio players.
What? How long was that?
Too long.
How long was that?
4 minutes.
What did they say?
And that was cut off.
And I still don't know what they said.
I have no idea what they were talking
there was
about.
More of it.
Oh, and on Twitter. Follow us at Radio from Hell.
I just found the newest thing. Gravity blankets are passé, Gina. The newest thing now is the straitjacket blanket. You just they just tie you up like you're in a straitjacket.
That's like a thunder shirt for people.
Yeah, you just that's a straitjacket.
No
blanket.
thanks.
All right, well.
So Todd, before we do Tuesday Tunes with Todd here, I'd like to inform you that if you're planning on having a company party with us, your employees.
I haven't heard what our Christmas party is. Maybe we should do this for our company Christmas party.
Honestly, that's what I think we should do.
The Park City Culinary Institute is perfect place to do it. They're here in Salt Lake, even though it says Park City Culinary Institute. They're at 1484 South State Street. Great place to go for holiday parties, corporate parties. It's a really nice space. It's very adaptable. You can change it around however you want.
Now, it is like the title says, a culinary institute. You can take cooking classes there, and that means maybe you just want to learn how to cook better for your family, or maybe you're interested in a career.
Yeah, anybody can attend their cooking programs because they're as short as 4 and 8 weeks, or attend the evening program and continue your day job. Apply for the classes or to find out more about booking the space for corporate parties and holiday parties at their website, which is parkcityculinaryinstitute.com. Again, they're here in Salt Lake on State Street, and their phone number is 435-659-5075, Park City Culinary Institute.
All right.
Doesn't that sound good, Todd?
I like it.
It's a great idea. Oh, hi, Todd.
Thursday turns with Todd on X96. Van for Pal.
Well, when Todd isn't busy planning holiday parties for us here at X96, he's programming the radio station with music and other things. And you bring us a song every Tuesday you want to feature. What have you got?
Well, so today we're going to do the latest from Australian pretty boy Vance Joy. Gina?
He's cute. He's a cute.
Yeah,
Is he?
Yeah. He's a handsome lad.
He's got curly dark hair. He's cute.
He's tall.
Yeah.
He's everything I wish I could
Oh,
be.
tall. Okay, fine.
Anyway, so he's got a new album on the way, and this new song called "Lay It On Me" it's Vance Joy to the max. Like, it's just what he does. So, and it's a catchy little song.
All right.
So is this a new album or just another track from his latest?
No,
or?
there is a new album on the way. So
On the way.
We'll be prepared for that.
So this is way ahead of the album dropping. This is Vance Joy, Lay It On Me, Tuesday Tunes with Todd on X96.
I'm
That'll be stuck in your head all day. That da 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 da.
This is I'm probably not the first to say this, but that was Vance Joyous.
I bet you are, Bill. I bet you're the very first
Vance
person
Joyous.
to say
Bill,
that.
with that kind of smart aleck comments, we're going to have to get you on the radio.
Oh, okay.
Being a disc jockey.
Oh, boy.
Later in the day,
An
spinning
actual
the hits.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
You can be pumping the wattage into everyone's cottage.
I don't want to do that.
Okay. No pumping for you.
Now it's Vance. It's something you're going to hear. It's going to be Vance Joyous for you.
There you go.
Maybe I'll use that later today if I play it.
It's Vance Joyous.
Hey, it's Vance Joyous. Hey, I'm Todd Newcomb. Hey, pumping the wattage into your cottage. I did that for a while on a top 40 station.
I heard you do it.
It was fun for like a week. Then I began to hate myself.
What have I become?
Hey, we're doing the dedication. It was at Q99.5.
On a Q.
Gina.
On the Q.
99.
Remember,
It's Todd Newcomb.
I did time on the Q.
yes.
Todd Newcomb on the Affection Connection, rolling out those dedications.
The affection.
Really?
Yeah, no, that's what we did.
The Q99 who said they were gonna squash KJQ like a
Oh,
bug.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were gonna squash us like a bug.
Yeah.
That's where you guys saved me from.
That's when they started
Yes.
playing. We're going to play 9 Inch Nails. Nin.
It's the 9 Inch Nails on Q90.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
We could go on, but no one
Yeah.
cares.
No, and we did save Gina from that place.
You did. You
That
rescued
was
me.
wonderful when you were able to join us. I was very happy when you came back.
Were you in the team? Were you Scotty or McCormick, Gina? Which one were you? I can't remember. Were you
Gonna
Scotty?
make a joke there I can't make.
That's true.
Radio people know the joke I was
Yes,
doing.
they do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Todd, for bringing us.
And that trip down
The Vance-
memory lane that
the
I don't know
Vance
where that
Joy?
came from.
Thursday turns with Todd on X96. Van from hell.
We were able to do that because I know that the consultant who's in town right now, he's downstairs having breakfast and isn't listening.
Oh, good.
okay.
So we went deep in the weeds there.
What the hell was that you guys did? What was that?
You know,
He's
entertaining,
probably in my office right now listening.
entertaining to you, but you know, let's try to keep
That's
not
all-
so inside baseball.
That's all we care about.
Okay,
is if
fair
it
enough. Fair enough.
entertains.
Fair enough.
All right. Thank you, Todd. All right, we got Boner Fight coming up at 9:25. Stand by for that. Before that, a little bit of news.
Okay.
First, though, we got to say about the Advocates. UtahAdvocates.com is the website.
You know, don't let insurance companies jerk you around if you've been
'Cause they
in
will,
an
man.
accident.
And,
They will.
and they're sneaky about how they jerk you around. You
Oh,
might
yeah.
say, "Oh no, my insurance company's nice. They call and check on me and ask how I'm doing." No, that's a trick.
That's a trick.
Because if they call you and say, "How are you doing, Mr. Jackson?" and you say, "Fine,"
I'm fine.
they make a note and say, "Well, we
Well-
called him and he said he's fine." That's
Said
the
he was
kind of
fine.
thing. Let them call. Say, "You need to speak to my attorney at the Advocate."
That's Driggs, Bills, and Day. Matt and the whole team over there, they're terrific. Very nice people, and I think you'll really be impressed. If you've been hurt in an accident, these are the people you should call. They don't charge you any money unless they take your case and get you a settlement.
And it's free to talk to a lawyer to find out if you have a case. You don't have to pay for his hour for him to talk to you.
So here's the phone number, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 801-355-5550. That's 355-5550, or go to UtahAdvocates.com. Oh, hi there. It's Bill Allred. On this week's Let's Go Eat Show podcast, we're talking to former University of Utah punter Tom Hackett. We're talking football, and we're talking about the weird stuff that Australians eat. Find out more at the letsgoeatshow.com or wherever fine podcasts are sold.
Cajun grilled chicken sandwich, plain. I just want the chicken and the bun. No cheese, no mayonnaise, no lettuce, tomato, onions, coleslaw. And can I get onion rings instead of fries?
Yeah.
And can I get bacon on that?
Bacon. Did you want to do the chicken club instead of the Cajun chicken?
No, you don't understand.
You see, what was your name again? Kristen, you see, this is not a radio bit. You need to know that this is the way she really is, and no one believes us.
Okay.
So we thought if we got it on tape, people would finally believe it.
All right. Did you want the Cajun seasoning?
Yes.
Yes.
And I would like the spicy Cajun mustard mayonnaise on the side.
Mayo on the side.
Don't put it on the sandwich.
No, I won't. No, trust me, I won't.
Thank you.
And the cheese?
No cheese.
No cheese.
No
at all.
cheese. No, just chicken.
Okay. All right.
Chicken bacon bun.
Onion
And
rings.
again, we're not trying to be difficult, just for the radio. This is real.
All right. Thank you.
I'm so very sorry.
That's all right. Don't be sorry. I would like to say I've had worse, but that's probably the worst.
And how long have you worked here?
Here, 6 months, but
Dealing with tourists every day and their weird ordering habits, this is the worst. I want it on record, ladies and gentlemen.
It's from an official professional waitress. I'm the worst.
And again, this is no exaggeration.
Congratulations, Gina. Congratulations.
You've earned your spot in the Hard Rock Hall of Fame.
She's here to get married, by the way.
oh, congratulations.
And she's marrying a guy named Joe Jones. Maybe you, as our waitress, I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Kristen.
Maybe Kristen, you as our waitress, you could warn Joe that it's still not too late.
Because I've been saying it every day, every hour, ever since we heard about this.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's what we think.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bill Allred and Gina Barberi on X96.
All right. 20 minutes after 9. We got boner fights here in just a moment. But first, a little bit of news.
Little bit of news brought to you by Black Turtle, hiring full and part-time customer service representatives. Competitive pay, including health and welfare benefits. If you're remarkable, looking for a great new opportunity, apply with Black Turtle online at jointheturtle.com.
We're doing a little bit of news here. That's right. So let me tell you, Gina found this morning from the Channel 2, HBO series Westworld, looking for extras of all ethnicities and all ages in southern Utah.
Sexy extras?
The series, no, it doesn't say that. The series takes place in the 1890s in a western town. Men and women must be 18 years or older. We're looking for Native American Indians, Chinese, Western men and women, military types, all types needed, all ethnicities, and all ages. According to a news release, men can have facial hair, beards, mustaches, mutton chops of the era. Men can also be clean-shaven. Women are asked to have longer, natural hair that is one color. We'll film around mid to late October in southern Utah. All people must be local hire and legal to work. There is pay. And unlike the first casting call that went out for Westworld, there's no mention here of orgies.
Must be comfortable with orgies.
That's what the first casting call said.
Must be comfortable with nudity and body contact, and
yeah,
because there will be an orgy scene.
And then the Mandalay Bay security guard. This is a kind of a different timeline now. The security guard who was shot by the guy who, Mr. Paddock, who was shooting out of the window. They said he was shot. The security guard was shot by him toward the end of the. Or he was right at the beginning, apparently. The security guard, Jesus Campos, who was credited with stopping Stephen Paddock's 10-minute assault on the music festival. Well, he didn't stop it. He was the first victim. He was injured in the hallway prior to Paddock opening up fire on the crowd. So, there's just a different timeline there. And there's still not... There's a lot of conversation, too, about, so what are they going to do with that room at Mandalay Bay? What's going to become of it?
Yeah, exactly.
Who will they just...
Just close it up and not do anything with it. What do you mean?
That's because it's valuable space.
Yeah, that's a big suite.
My guess is they will eventually renovate it and just start renting it out again like nothing. And the mystery of why Stephen Paddock smuggled an arsenal into the Mandalay Bay, his motives remain elusive. His beliefs are still unclear. And that absence of information is just enough to give Alex Jones of InfoWars room to proffer their theories.
I don't know if I can...
Their ideas, often based on scant evidence, fall in line with common right-wing tropes about liberal conspiracies, and millions of Americans are listening. Mr. Jones, who has propagated conspiracy theories like the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre, September 11th terror attacks, has portrayed Stephen Paddock, the Las Vegas shooter, by turns as an agent of the Islamic State. Or, okay, I guess he wasn't. He's a leftist activist, an anti-Trump radical, and a possible stooge for a conspiracy intent on disrupting democracy.
No, that doesn't work.
I think he's just crazy.
He is crazy.
He was just crazy.
He is not good for people. If you know somebody who thinks that Alex Jones is right and true,
I'm right. I'm
what?
usually
What
right.
do I do, Carrie?
Well,
if I know
I would say try to counsel them, but they won't listen to you. I would say get them out of your lives.
I would say you should listen to them, and if they won't listen to you, listen. Clearly, there was more than one shooter.
Because those
he says that too.
He says that.
Yeah, clearly.
Those people are doubling down.
Yeah.
They're
So
not,
no, you can't get. You need to get them out of your life.
It's like arguing with people about what color the sky is.
It's okay to stop being friends with somebody. It's okay to do that.
It's been Carrie, it's a fact that InfoWars has been the most accurate media operation so far, telling you.
Okay, let's talk about Pizzagate.
Now, he didn't. Listen, we're talking about Las Vegas now.
Let's talk about
Pizzagate.
No,
we're talking about
Let's talk about the
now.
Chobani yogurt lawsuit.
Listen, we are talking about Las Vegas now, not some girl yogurt.
Chobani's a girl yogurt?
No.
I have it on good authority that girls like that yogurt.
Let's talk about the fruit juice packets that are making your kids gay.
That has been proven.
Wait, what are those? I've been trying to make my kids gay, Carrie. What are those?
That's been and those little fruit gummies that they eat.
Okay,
you want your kid to turn into a fruit gummy?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I'm serious when I say if there is someone in your life who.
Disown them.
It's okay to not be friends with them anymore because they are toxic and you don't need toxic people in your life.
President Trump congratulated himself on his trip to Puerto Rico last week by celebrating the incredible cheering of the crowd of a lot of people who watched him throw rolls of paper towels into the crowd like he was a T-shirt cannon. In a fawning interview with former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee that aired Saturday on the Trinity Broadcasting Network, Trump recounted the trip as though it were a sporting event. Huckabee, whose daughter is White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, had asked him to elaborate on the effusive praise that he received from officials in Puerto Rico. Arguing that the media made up their coverage of the trip, he described in great detail the deafening sound of the cheering crowds when I threw the paper towels. They had these beautiful, soft towels, very good towels. And I came in, and there was a crowd of a lot of people, and they were screaming, and they were loving everything. I was having fun, and they were having fun. Throw them to me, Mr. President. And then the next day they said, oh, so disrespectful to the people of Puerto Rico. It was just a made-up thing, and when I walked in, the cheering was incredible. You were a rock star, Huckabee said. I saw the video of it.
I can't anymore.
The cheering was deafening, and those were very good towels, very soft towels, very great. The best paper towels, the most absorbent paper towels, absorbency off the charts.
Is my gravity blanket here yet? Will you go check?
I'm telling you, the gravity blanket is okay. Is passe. It's now people are sleeping under meat. It's a meat blanket.
All right. It's Boner Fight with Radio from Hell on X96.
Well, the winner from round 1 here in the 7 o'clock hour is going to go up against the winner round 2. It's going to be it's
no contest today?
I don't think so, but we'll see. So
Come on, sell it.
Okay, boner candidate number 1. She needs to learn that she has to finish her milk. It's the 3-year-old girl with developmental issues. Her father said, if you don't finish your milk, I'm going to make you go stand outside. She didn't finish her milk. So
he made
her go stand outside, and now she's missing. Yeah. Been missing for 2 days. And I think there may be something more to the story than that.
I think there has to be.
And then boner candidate to number 2, that's not your boyfriend's car. A woman destroying a car that she thought belonged to her cheating boyfriend. She was actually just ripping up some stranger's car, and the boyfriend's car was parked miles away at another location. So those are the 2 candidates.
Those are your choices. You have to decide which of these 2 is the worst. Which one of these 2 deserves to be named Boner of the Day? 1 or 2. Put the candidate number of the one you think that should win in the message of a text. Text that to 33986. Or you can call, use your voice, 877-602-9696. Or go to x96.com and look for the box that says Boner Fight October 10. If you do not see that box, refresh. It should appear. You've got less than 300 seconds to get your vote in for Boner of the Day. Here we go.
X96 gives you a 1-hour non-stop music window.
Say,
all right,
hey,
give me a pack.
Somebody give me a carton of Marlboros right now.
As much of a food lover as you are, I'm curious what heavy smoking does to the taste of food, because I would think everything would taste like cigarettes.
They say that when you quit smoking, your palate wakes up, and I've never really noticed any difference at all.
You don't have that taste in your mouth all the time?
And there's a lot of people who find it really satisfying, after a meal, you light up.
Yeah, now, that's the one thing, after having a nice meal, to have a cigarette after a nice meal.
A little scotch,
That's the best,
Gina, I probably already know the answer to this question, but have you ever smoked a cigarette?
Shh. Nope.
Not at all?
Nope.
Not even a fake one?
Nope. I've never even put an unlit one in my mouth.
Really?
Nope.
All of these questions could apply to her sex life as well.
Never even put in...
Fake one, the real one, never addicted. No.
Because in high school...
After a good meal, no.
In high school, I smoked a ginseng cigarette, a whole pack of ginseng cigarettes, actually.
What?
I was
or
in
you mean clove?
No, they were ginseng. I got them at a GNC or something like that, and it was for a show I was in, a play that I was in. I had to smoke on stage.
I have to smoke.
And so I did.
Yeah, you do.
And I liked it. I didn't like it because I thought it tasted good and it burned. I liked it because you could go, you see? Yeah.
No, that's one of the reasons I never tried it, because I was worried I would like it.
Also applying to your sex.
Yeah, worried I would like it.
That's not any of the reason you never tried it.
That's part of the reason.
That's not even a tiny part of the reason.
Yes, it is.
The tiniest part. The reason is your mother told you not to.
Well, that's a big part
That's
of it.
the only reason.
That's what you should do. Here's your adventure. Smoke a cigarette.
There you go.
I don't want to smoke a cigarette.
It's just one. It won't
Too many,
hurt you.
Too many boundaries, Gina. Too many boundaries.
How many times have I heard that? Just one, it won't hurt you. It's just one.
I think the reason that Gina never started smoking was she heard the phrase "if she smokes, she pokes," and that's when she decided that it was probably not a good idea to.
Yeah, I mean,
don't want people to think,
Yeah, or she doesn't want people to think she's easy or a nurse.
That's right. We have been talking a lot about smoking today, haven't we?
Yeah.
God.
But it is true.
Just change the bong water every time. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry, but it is true. If the old say, if she smokes, she pokes. It's pretty much true.
Yeah, that has been my experience as well.
So then it makes sense that I...
That's why she didn't. Telling you right now, that's why she didn't. She didn't want to look like a slut.
And it's why she still doesn't.
Couldn't you smoke? Get one of those like Hunter Thompson cigarette holder things.
FDR.
The elegant.
Yeah. And then hold it like this.
Yes.
Up like Greta Garbo or something like that.
It's true. I was worried I would like it, and I have no self-control. None.
You have you?
No.
No, she doesn't have any self-control. That's why she never does anything.
Would you like another Coke, Gina?
Yes.
All right.
Someone get Gina an eclair.
I don't want an eclair.
Oh, yes,
I have
you
no
do.
room for an eclair.
Yeah. Get Gina. Look at those delicious pastries.
See this right here? Biscuits
that
and
part.
gravy. Just they're sitting there.
I know. Oh man, I'm
Well,
in bad trouble.
I'm
with
gonna have the
weight.
burger later. That's gonna be interesting.
Radio from Hell, proudly giving you incomplete sports and traffic with Gina Barberi on X96.
All right, it's 9:35. Time to award your boner.
And the boner, is brought to you in part by Carbonara and a Martini.
And X96 welcomes Warren Miller to a Bravenel Hall October 13th and 14th. More showings in Orem, Park City, and Ogden. For more information, go to warrenmiller.com.
So number one, she needs to learn that she must finish her milk. Little girl left outside as punishment because she didn't drink her milk, and she's now disappeared and been missing for 2 days. And boner candidate number two, that's not your boyfriend's car. Woman destroying a car she thought belonged to her cheating boyfriend. The car was actually some strangers, and was, her boyfriend's car was miles away. And so, even as I expected,
yeah,
102 votes for number one, 6 votes for number two.
Yeah, there you go.
So
It's
number
not
one,
really,
yeah, it wasn't a fair fight.
Not a fair boner fight today.
No, not really.
There you go. But that one is now boner of the day, and it might possibly be boner of the week coming up on Friday.
Are you really going to get a gravity blanket?
I want one, yeah.
They're $250.
Well, you can get cheaper ones.
I found a cheaper one.
I'm just afraid that you will, get underneath it, and then you won't be like. What if you have to get up and go to the bathroom? You're gonna, honey, could you uncover me, please?
Yes.
They have 3 different weights. Did you look into
Well,
this?
it's
a little
because
bit
of
more?
how, like, a big guy would want a heavier one than a woman.
But 25 pounds of blanket on top of you?
No, I want, like, the 12-pounder.
Yeah.
So what's it's supposed to make you sleep better? Or?
Give you comfort.
It's like a thunder shirt. It's like a comfort.
And they say you can use it also just if you're sitting on the couch reading or whatever, if you want to wrap
Anywhere you
yourself
would
up.
use a blanket.
I get the
You can use
feeling.
it.
I get the feeling that murderers are going to be buying these.
Yeah.
Here, and they're just handing people blankets here.
To weight down the bodies.
Well, or it was no, I don't know. She went to sleep under the blanket, and I don't know what happened.
There's science behind it, the melatonin levels and some of those
Yeah.
other things.
Because it's part of the. See, my husband and I, when we do the only thing we argue about, which is the temperature of the house, and it's a 1-degree argument, and it's a wordless argument. I go to bed before him, and I set the thermostat at a certain level, and then he comes to bed and he bumps it up 1, and then I wake up hot in the night and I turn it down another.
It's what you get from marrying someone from the desert.
I know.
Yeah.
You know how you can get past that argument, do you know? You can get a Nest that has a password so that no one else can change.
Nest thermostat. It's all up to you, baby.
But he likes no covers, like no sheet, no
Well, because he's got his own cover on his skin.
That's because that's how they did it in those tents out in the
he's
out in the
furry
desert. The
but-
camels would keep you warm.
Because my thing is, if you're cold, put the covers on. And he says, well, if you're hot, take them off. But I have to sleep with the weight of something on me. So I'm thinking, if I just like the regular weight of the blanket, I probably would really like a heavy one.
Well, I'll bet you would.
I'm excited. It's gonna be
I think
a
it'd
gift
be problematic in
for
the summer.
myself.
It's problematic in the
No,
summer.
and you just crank the air.
If you don't like it, can I have it?
There's a real environmentally friendly
I
thing
don't
to
care.
do. I don't care
We're
about the
talking
environment.
about my mental health.
There-
What's more important, my
See, there
mental
it is.
health or the environment?
There it is. It's one of the symptoms of political overload. I don't care about the environment anymore.
No, we talked about it earlier, but our friend Dr. Torres, she said political anxiety is a clinical diagnosis,
yeah.
and I think I have it.
I think you do too. That off-the-hand comment about the environment there. You don't sound like the little liberal I know. You don't. You talk the good liberal game, but when it comes to saving the environment, you could give a damn. Right?
But when it starts inconveniencing me or making me uncomfortable,
I'm too hot.
There's someone who says, I bought my wife a 15-pound gravity blanket and she loves it. Got it on Amazon for $135. I personally hate it because I feel trapped.
Yeah.
Now, see, I would probably like it.
I think I'd probably like it too.
Because I like it when, like, the dogs sleep on top of me. Yeah, I would probably like it, but that just seems like a lot of money.
Yeah. But I do get too warm too easily, at
and
night.
that I as well, yeah.
So I don't know if I would like it from that standpoint.
Nick, did you send me this? The anger room. I need to go to the anger room.
Where's the anger room?
Is it down at the gateway? It's right there in the mystery escape room place. But they have one called the anger room.
Decide how much time you want to go ballistic from one of our 3 anger room packages. I need a break, a 5-minute session, a lash out, 15-minute, total demolition, 25-minute session. Safety gear is provided free of charge.
What
you go in and
what is in the anger room?
Let's see.
They have
Stuff you can break.
There's
Yeah.
there's an
Really?
old man in there that you can hit with a bag of sugar.
An anger room is a company started to establish an alternative for seeing the head doctor when you're having a bad day. You can let your hair down and you can break stuff. It looks like an actual workplace or actual living space, complete with glass, TVs, tables, and many more breakable items.
And gravity blankets.
It sounds crazy, but we assure you, once you've tried this method of stress relief, nothing will compare.
It sounds like it would be expensive
Well,
if they're letting you break stuff.
Let's see, a 5-minute session is $25.
That's not bad.
I don't know. $25 for 5 minutes?
I'm
That's
just
not
breaking
good.
whatever you want in a room. It kind of sounds like it'd feel good, doesn't it?
I don't think I'd like that.
No?
See, I was thinking if they were letting you break things in an office space kind of thing, that would get expensive.
Do they have one where I can just go in there and break people's spirits?
You do that every day here.
6 to 10 a.m., Bill.
I need more.
Yeah, and they give you goggles and a helmet and gloves and
Well,
a baseball bat.
Well, that's exciting.
Is that here? Or is
I don't
it
think
somewhere
so.
else?
Let's see.
Well, if it isn't, somebody should start it. Nick,
Yeah.
start that.
Start an anger room.
You probably have to sign a release.
Oh, it's of course it's in Texas.
And so here we're having a nice little light conversation, and the chat room reminds me, meanwhile, people in Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands have no water, no food, no electricity.
That's true.
That's someone who needs to talk to a head doctor. All right.
I mean, it
is true, yes, but it's okay to have light conversations as well.
I mean,
We can do both.
Trump has been criticized for
it's
tweeting
true.
about insignificant things when, like the NFL.
Yeah, we're not the president.
We're not the president.
Yeah.
God, I'm not inviting you to any of my parties. People like that.
Was there any danger? People like
Well, you don't want to hang around with people like that.
No.
All right. 942.
X96 wants to send you to see Lincoln Park and Friends celebrate life in honor of Chester Bennington in Hollywood. This concert is officially sold out.
Hi, it's me, Richie T,
The producer of the show.
Yeah, and long known maid person who makes people feel uncomfortable.
Yes,
Carrie
we've all been there.
For any number of reasons.
Carrie would say HR nightmare.
Just to let you know, because of all that just happened, you have about 2.5 minutes to tell the story.
Fine. I met someone last night at the theater who is more uncomfortable than I am, who makes people more uncomfortable than I am. Went and saw Beautiful. First Broadway touring show over at the Eccles Theater. Gorgeous. If you're interested at all in that kind of stuff, it's so great. I went down at intermission to the bathroom.
Well, that's the Carole King show.
Yeah. Down at the in line for the urinal, and the gentleman behind me started talking to me, which is okay. We're in the bathroom. It's kind of, you don't talk in the bathroom, but lots of people do that. They wouldn't make him the most uncomfortable.
It's okay if you're not standing at the urinal. If you're in line, you could talk.
So then he and I, we happen to be urinals next to each other, right? And he continues to talk. Now, people will say my hair, as of late, is a little out of control. It's a little
Mary
unruly.
Claire's worried.
Yeah. To the extent that Gina's mom said, is he okay?
Okay.
I've had several people that have Facebook messaged me saying, are you, but seriously, are you okay?
Yeah, I would just advise you not to go to the zoo until you get a haircut.
I'm standing at the urinal next to the gentleman who I met in line waiting for the urinal. Bill, come here. You're going to be my prop for this.
Oh, God.
On the radio, that's great.
I've got the hair, and I've got product in my...
Tell HR to be ready.
I've got the product in my hair today. The gentleman reaches over while we're both going to the bathroom and starts playing with the back of my hair. Your hair has such body and bounce. How do you do that? Yeah, while we are both at the urinal using the bathroom.
That's a little much.
Did he give you his phone number?
No. And
did he give you $10?
Should have.
I would have asked him. I would have said, excuse me, but that costs $10.
I would have accepted either his phone number or $10.
What did you say?
I said, well, I just...
You're making me a little uncomfortable here.
No, I didn't want to make any sort of production about it as in the moment. I just was like, well, there's a conditioning gel that I use. Zip, turn, wash my hands, and walked away.
And you ought to see what I do with the hair down here.
Hey. So uncomfortable.
Now you know what it feels like?
So let me take this second.
Yeah.
If what I do to you makes you
it does
feel
sometimes.
like that,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I hope it's a good lesson. The massaging, the tickling on the side,
Sure.
that
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
it's the same.
And it's not at the bath. Richie doesn't do that stuff in the bathroom.
No.
But sometimes he comes up and does his little tickling thing, or I don't care for it.
No.
Yeah. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay. Will you stop?
No, but
I
I'm
didn't think
sorry.
so.
$9.47.
Well,
you had a new idea of something you want to
well,
try.
maybe, I don't know. Just here's what. Let's do this.
Right.
Let's say we'll throw this out there, and then maybe people could respond via email and text, things like that. radiofromhell@x96.com. So I just thought it might be interesting to have listeners help us with a recap of the show every day at the end of the program. So if you've been listening if you've been listening to the entire show, that's great. Or maybe you just heard something, at 7 o'clock that you really liked or didn't like, or so you could do a highlight, or you could give the show a grade. I don't know, should we do letter grades or stars or?
I think they should offer something that they liked and something they didn't like.
Oh, both. Huh?
Yeah, one of each.
And then give the show. Let's say
because,
best and worst.
Because I'm sure that people would want to say great show, or you suck.
Yeah.
I want something that you liked and something that you didn't like.
And then you can give it. Let's say you can also give it a letter grade.
And give it a letter
when you do
grade.
A, B, C, D, or A, B, C, or D.
Liked this, didn't like this. Grade C.
Give the show
whatever,
a C- or a B+. Or so I don't know. It just might be interesting to try and see what people how they respond to the show, and kind of maybe give us something to think about, and So
more
let
of
us
this, less of that.
Yeah, let us know what you think by emailing at this point, which would be radiofromhell@x96.com, and then maybe tomorrow or the next day we'll actually take some phone calls and
be thinking about
and
it.
about this, and usually probably about this time of the show, we'll take some phone calls and let you do a Radio from Hell, the Radio from Hell recap. So, you think?
Oh, what?
A report card, or
what do they call it when
the report card is good
at work when they do like a
review.
A review.
Yeah, or
what is it called?
It's a review.
Workplace
performance review.
Performance review.
Yeah.
That's the words. Yeah.
Well, for us, maybe it should be a competency test of some sort.
I like performance review.
Yeah, it's the Radio from Hell performance review on a daily basis, and we'll get people to call in if you think that's a good idea. I don't know. Let us know. radiofromhell@x96.com.
We just sort of throw ideas around and
yeah, We'll see.
Often we don't do anything.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
Sometimes we try, and if it works, it's great. And who knows? It could be a regular thing. We do it every day, but we'll see. And don't be afraid. And I would say, don't be afraid to be negative. Within the bounds of good taste as well, right?
Mickey Rourke fixed his face. You'll be glad to know.
I saw that.
Are you sure?
Well, he's trying.
He just had the surgery, so the swelling hasn't gone down yet. But he said I had to take cartilage from my ear to rebuild my nose. He said I went to a bad doctor before, and he really messed up my face. But I think I finally fixed it.
It was from the all those years of boxing. He said.
Yeah. That's what he says.
Got his nose beat up.
That's what he says. He was on. I'm probably the only person watching this. That Ender Dice Clay show on HBO.
Dice.
Oh, yeah.
Dice.
Mm-hmm.
He was on, and he scared me.
Really?
Because I can see Mickey Rourke doing something like this. The plot is that he just showed up in Dice's house one night. He was just in the house when Dice came home.
Uh-huh.
He goes, you remember drinking with me 20 years ago in the back room at the Roxy? Yeah. You and I made a promise to each other.
Uh-oh.
You and I made a promise to each other that when we reached a certain age, that we would take ourselves out. You remember that? You remember you made that promise to me?
We take ourselves out?
That we would end it.
Yeah. Is
So
it time?
It's time.
Oh.
It's time for that to happen. So let's do this. All right. You need to get your affairs in order. I'll be back in 2 days. Because I could see him doing something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just so scary when he was saying those things, because I'm like, I know this is a script, but this isn't a script.
Yeah. Because he's nutso.
He is nuts, and he would do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he finally gets Dice into a dingy motel room at the end. And he says, all right, got gasoline all over the place. We're just going to go up. Just going to go right up.
Took care of it.
And so Dice says, look, listen, let's go and have a party and talk this out. And, and he hugs him and makes, all right. And, he was going to do it. He was going to do it. That scared me. Because I was like, I don't want to be friends with Mickey Rourke.
No, you don't have to, Carrie.
And thank God.
Was he was the Darren Aronofsky film with The Wrestler? Was that Mickey Rourke?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was really good.
Really good in it. He's good in Sin City when he plays Marv. Because I believe that he is that psycho Marv.
Oh, and he was bad Russian guy in...
Drago.
I want my board.
No, in
Iron Man. Iron Man 2.
With the big lightning whips.
I want my board.
Oh, yeah, his bird.
My board.
And then don't get me started on Angel Heart.
What? That'd be something you should watch while you're under your gravity blanket.
I don't want to be trapped.
No, you really should.
Yeah, get out the gravity blanket. Watch Angel Heart, right? All right, let's do the promo.
Got it?
Yes.
On Wednesday's Radio from Hell show.
Everybody has something they want to complain about. We call it Things That Must Go. Please send yours to radiofromhell@x96.com and put "must go" in the subject line.
And if we read yours on the air, you could win a Prohibition gift card. So send it right now. Stop waiting. Send it this minute.
Then at 9 a.m., we get another qualifier for that big concert to honor Chester Bennington of Lincoln Park in Los Angeles.
That's all on Wednesday's Radio from Hell show on X96. Right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good enough?
Good enough for me.
All right. Got everything taken? Everything? Business?
Yeah.
All business?
Got your blanket ordered?
Not yet,
Okay.
no.
Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
I wear the same underwear as 51% of Utahns.
John Smith is next.
A 1